Chapter 3361 Mist Technique. The ghost mist is indeed scary, but if you sense it in advance and run away in time, you can avoid the danger. The multi-dimensional beings that can survive deep in the Kungshu land all have the means to avoid the ghost mist, otherwise they would not dare to stay here. This day, Yi Tian found a golden substance deep in the land of Kungshu. He swallowed a drop directly, but he found that this golden substance could greatly improve the soul's will and temper the body. As expected of the depths of the Kungshu land, there are really many good things. No wonder those 7th-level multi-dimensional beings and even the 8th-level multi-dimensional beings have to stay in this Kungshu land at the risk of being swallowed by the ghost mist, deep. Yi Tian took away these golden substances and continued to search for resources. And he also encountered Gui Wu many times, and escaped every time without contact with Gui Wu. Unknowingly, hundreds of yuan years have passed. At this time, Yi Tian once again created a 7-realm most powerful secret art, Taichu Faxiong. This 7-realm most powerful secret skill is based on the Taichu star plus will and dimensional rules to form a Taichu star. Taichu Dharma can be used for defense, and it can also increase its own combat power, absorbing the energy consumption of wisps of power from Taichu star. It can be said that this 7th realm supreme secret art is very powerful and has greatly improved Yi Tian's combat power. In addition, he also created 2 secret arts of will in the 13th dimension, one is Taichu waves and the other is Taichu star clothes. However, these 2 13th dimensional will skills did not improve his strength, mainly because they provided more methods. Another period of time passed. With the help of some resources deep in Kungshu land, Yi Tian finally raised his cultivation level to the late 7th realm. It's almost time to meet that mysterious woman, Yi Tian murmured. However, this time he did not use his current cultivation level to pass, but copied a copy of the body from the past, and used his cultivation base in the early 7th realm to pass, and the Taichu domain body he showed was only the beginning. If the past of Taichu realm of Dacheng level is shown, the mysterious woman will find it unbelievable, maybe she is coveting his secrets. Therefore, he still keeps a low profile. Cursed gold veins. Yi Tian came here and saw the mysterious woman. At this time, the mysterious woman looked at Yi Tian and was suddenly surprised. You really mastered Taichu domain body, so fast. The mysterious woman said in shock. I just lucked out. Immediately, Yi Tian took out part of the healing object, about 1/5 of the weight, but even so, it still made the mysterious woman ecstatic. I didn't expect you to get so many healing things, that's great. The mysterious woman took over these healing objects and was in a good mood. She immediately said, Little guy, you are very good. I have collected a lot of healing objects this time, which is enough for me to recover from my injuries. Tell me what opportunity you want. I want to elevate my soul will to the 14th dimension. Yi Tian said, his current soul will is the 13th dimension, but the limit of the soul will in the 7th realm is the 14th dimension. Only a very few 7th realms can hope to elevate the soul will to the 14th dimension. Is it an opportunity to elevate the soul's will to the 14th dimension? The mysterious woman thought for a while and then said, there is a special star in the void of the 16th dimension, the fog star. The fog star is very mysterious. Even those in the 9th realm do not dare to flood the fog star, otherwise it obliterates the soul will, but the sporadic breath can be used to temper the soul will. It is also the best item I know for tempering the soul will. Of course, you cannot enter the 16th dimension now, but it is a special soul will. Secret technique, Wu Ming technique. This secret technique can absorb a breath of the fog star to temper the soul's will. However, Wu Ming was not created by me, but was created by someone from the 9th realm who practiced the Wu Ming technique. There are many 7th level people, but among the 107th level people, at least 90 have died, and the remaining few survived after being seriously injured, and only one has truly mastered the Mist Ming technique. I want the Mist technique. Yi Tian demanded. The mysterious woman persuaded. I don't want you to practice the Mist technique. Even I don't dare to practice this secret technique. This is just one of the methods. You can continue to listen to the methods below. There is also a starlight fog valley in the 13th dimension. There are also some resources there that can temper the soul's will. However, there are many multi-dimensional beings in the 8th realm there. It is dangerous for you to go there now. Later, the mysterious woman said some more methods, but they were not very good. After all, it is undoubtedly too difficult to quickly improve the soul's will. Those 7th realms are improved little by little over countless years. How can it be so easy to break through? In the end, Yi Tian chose the Mist technique. Seeing that Yi Tian insisted on practicing the Mist technique, the mysterious woman took out a gray stone. This is the fog soul stone. You can refine it. If you fail to practice the mist technique, it can keep your soul and will from collapsing. Broken and dead. Thank you, senior. Yi Tian took the fog soul stone and then retreated. After coming back, Yi Tian began to understand the mist soul technique. As for the mist soul stone, he didn't know how to use it. He didn't need the mist soul stone. After some time, Yi Tian successfully understood the mist technique and prepared to practice it for the first time. However, understanding is understanding, and true cultivation is another matter. It didn't take long. Click. Yi Tian failed to practice the mist Ming technique, his soul and will collapsed, and his body instantly fell and dissipated. What a terrifying mist technique. No wonder even that mysterious woman didn't dare to practice it. The ninth realm that created the mist Ming technique was probably just created, but not verified. It should be considered right. An incomplete and imperfect secret technique. Yi Tian murmured, but once such a secret technique is successfully practiced, the benefits will be great. Perhaps there is no need to worry about the improvement of the soul's will in the future. The value of such a secret technique is no less than that of the dimensional domain body. Of course, this is for Yi Tian. For other 7th realms and even 8th realms, this secret technique is not worth much. Later, his other duplicate body continued to practice the Garden Ming technique. This time, it was still a failure. Then came the 3rd failure, the 4th failure, the 5th failure. It wasn't until the 11th time that Yi Tiansai finally mastered the mist technique by luck. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. After the mist art was performed, he immediately connected with the fog star in the 16th dimension. Immediately, he used the mist art to absorb a breath of the fog star across the void of the dimension, descended on him, and merged into his body. Minister of Soul and Will. Chapter 3362 Taihao Star, Taihao Gold Liquid. Boom. Yi Tian's soul will absorb this wisp of mist star breath, and obtain the effect of rapid tempering, and the soul will continue to grow. The breath of misty star is indeed the most suitable treasure for tempering the soul's will. Yi Tian was very excited and continued to use this breath of fog stars to temper his soul and will. In the following years, Yi Tian continued to use the breath of the fog star to temper his soul and will. However, after using the fog spell for a long time, he also discovered another flaw of the fog spell. That is, every time the mist Ming technique is used, the soul will be affected by the mist star, and will gradually be attracted to the mist star. It is not a good thing to want to enter the mist star. Fortunately, he can give up copying the body, and no matter what the sequelae are, he can solve them. That mysterious woman has never practiced the mist technique, so she probably doesn't know the sequelae of the mist technique. Yi Tian murmured. He doesn't care about this either, silently practicing the mist Ming technique, constantly tempering and strengthening his soul's will. He believed that if he continued to practice like this, he would be able to temper his soul and will to the 14th dimension in a short time. Unknowingly, hundreds more domain elements passed by. At this time, he has understood the rules of 130 dimensions, and has tempered his soul will to the limit of the 13th dimension's 747 will. If he goes further, he can temper his soul will to the 14th dimension. As for cultivation, he is still at the late stage of the 7th realm, but he has made great progress at this level and is not too far away from the peak of the 7th realm. Cursed gold veins. Yi Tian once again sent a batch of healing items that day, and also sent more Yuanxia mother liquor. Although the mysterious woman's Yuanxia mother liquor can still last for a long time, it will never be too much, and it is also a must-have for healing. Just after Yi Tian delivered these things, the mysterious woman said, "Little guy, my name is the Master of Xian Realm." Master of Purple Yun Realm. Yi Tian didn't know what Xian Realm Master meant. Although he knew something about Xian Realm Master from the spying on the copy talent, the meaning of her name was different when she took the initiative to say it. Could she? Aren't you afraid that your identity will be exposed and you will attract enemies? The Master of Xian Realm continued. I want to have real cooperation with you. Real cooperation? What kind of cooperation? Yi Tian was curious. How about I help you attack the 8th realm or even the 9th realm, AFDF, and you and I work together to deal with my enemies? Said the Master of Xian Realm. Who is your enemy? Yi Tian asked. The existence of the 9th realm, Poison Dragon Realm Master, belongs to the family of extra-dimensional creatures. Of course, in the upper realm, there is no difference between the family of extra-dimensional creatures and the practitioners, but there are some differences in the cultivation system. In the upper realm many forces belong to the family of extra-dimensional creatures, and some sects even have both practitioners and extra-dimensional creatures. How powerful is the ninth realm? Yi Tian asked. Very powerful, said the master of the Purple Yun realm. Even the extra-dimensional creatures in the ninth realm, their physical bodies are enough to rival the dimensional realm bodies, and even the dimensional realm bodies in the perfect realm are not as good as their physical bodies. After comprehending the most powerful secrets of the eighth realm, cultivating the dimensional domain body to the perfect state, and reaching the 16th dimension with his soul and will, he was still severely injured by the Poison Dragon Realm Master. However, the Poison Dragon Realm Master's strength is not comparable to the ninth realm. Ida's pretty awesome. Eh? Do you really think I have hope of becoming the ninth realm? Yi Tian asked. I think you do. Besides, even if you really can't break through the ninth realm, I have no other choice. The Master of Zion Realm did not dare to leave here, so he could only choose to cooperate with Yi Tian. How do you want me to help you, and what benefits do I have? Yi Tian asked. The Master of Zion Realm smiled and said, the good thing is that I can help you break through to the eighth realm. Maybe you don't know about the eighth realm. You are indeed a monster. You have practiced Taichu realm body and your dimensional rules are not low. But even if you in the future, the most powerful secret art of the seven realms will be created, and the dimensional rules will be raised to an extremely high level, but there is still no hope of breaking through to the eighth realm. Why? Yi Tian was confused. It's very simple, resource monopoly. The Master of Zion Realm said, you have been to many territories, and you should be very clear that many forces have seventh realms. After practicing for countless years, there is still no seventh realm. The real seventh realm does not exist. The eighth realms all come from those forces. Forces like the Purgatory Holy Sect will never be able to cultivate the eighth realm. Let me first talk about the conditions for breaking through to the eighth realm. If you are a monster to the extreme, understand the three with the rules of 165 dimensions, it is indeed possible to directly break through to the eighth realm, but how difficult it is, even more difficult than breaking into the eighth realm. Yi Tian did not refute. If he had not been able to use Taichu Descendant all the time and use Taichu Star to understand the dimensional rules, otherwise his current dimensional rules would still be at a very low level and it would be impossible to reach the current level. But even with Taichu Star as the object of enlightenment, it would take a long time for him to comprehend the dimensional rules to the 365th level. The Master of Zion Realm continued. In addition to comprehending the rules of the 365th dimension, there is only one way to break through to the 8th realm, and that is the Taihao Star in the 16th dimension. Taihao Star gave birth to Taihao Gold Liquid, and only Taihao Gold Liquid can help break through the 7th realm into the 8th realm. It is also the only 10 resources found so far that can help the 7th realm be broken through. 7. Taihao Gold Liquid, why is it like this? Yi Tian was curious. Because the body in the 7th realm, whether it is a practitioner, a super-dimensional creature, or even a multi-dimensional life, there is a multi-dimensional limitation which is similar to a lock. This lock can only comprehend the rules of 365 dimensions. It can be broken only after that, otherwise you must use Taihao Gold Liquid. But it is impossible to enter the 16th dimension in the 7th realm. Only those in the 8th and 9th realms like me can enter the 16th dimension and enter Taihao Star to find Taihao Gold Liquid. However, Taihao Star often when the Taihao Storm breaks out, no force dares to occupy Taihao Star for a long time, otherwise it will be courting death. It is precisely because of this that an 8th realm like me can hope to enter Taihao Star to search for Taihao Gold Liquid. However, there are also many 8th realms who have fallen into Taihao Star. They all died unexpectedly due to lack of strength. You can imagine how those forces that do not have the 8th level's peak power obtain Taihao Gold Liquid, and the amount of Taihao Gold Liquid is limited and cannot be cultivated infinitely, and most of the Taihao Gold Liquid has been the force that located the first 9 territories has taken it away, and other forces dare not intervene. There are only sporadic pieces of Taihao Gold Liquid left for many forces to snatch. It is impossible for ordinary forces to buy Taihao Gold Liquid. Yi Tian was shocked by what Zion Realm Master said. If he had not comprehended the dimensional rules to the 365th level, then given his status, it would indeed be impossible to obtain the Taihao Gold Liquid. Chapter 3363 True Cooperation. I didn't expect there would be such a secret to breaking through to the 8th realm. Yi Tian secretly said. Of course, he does not need Taihao Gold Liquid. He is still ready to attack the 8th realm after comprehending the rules of the 365th dimension. However, just because he does not need the 8th realm does not mean that his relatives do not need to break through to the 8th realm in the future. Moreover, the Master of Zion Realm knows many secrets and is extremely powerful, so he is indeed a good partner to cooperate with. If the Master of Zion Realm can come up with enough Taihao Gold liquid and other benefits, he really doesn't mind cooperating. Master Zion Realm, do you have Taihao Gold liquid in your hand? Yi Tian asked. There are indeed some, but not many. Master Zion Realm said. If you are willing to cooperate, I can give you all these Taihao Gold liquids, but I need you to do something. What's the matter? Yi Tian must ask clearly. The Lord of the Purple Yun Realm said. Although the Lord of the Poison Dragon Realm belongs to a family of super-dimensional creatures, he is a high-ranking member of the Ten Yuman. The Ten Yuman destroyed the force I belong to, the Tianyan sect. That's why. I hope you can help me find out the information about Shi Pylorus. I have stayed here for too long, and I don't know much about the current situation of Shipaiman. Remember, you should not offend the 10 pylons for the time being. There are more than 1/9 realm among the 10 pylons. Quote. More than 10 pylons, 1/9 realm. Yi Tian was very surprised. This force was too powerful. The Master of Zion Realm actually offended such a force. However, since he chose to cooperate with the Master of Zion Realm, he is naturally not afraid of the 10 pylons. Master Zion Realm, what is the strength of the 10 pylons, and what level does it belong to in the upper domain? Yi Tian asked. The Master of the Purple Yun Realm said. The strength of the 10 pylons is also extremely powerful in the upper domain. In addition to the 9 multi-dimensional territories that occupy the top 9 serial numbers, it can probably be ranked in the top 30 among the many forces in the upper domain. Our Tianyan sect was originally ranked over 300. Only the 10 pylons with multiple 9th realms are ranked in the top 30, not counting the 9 forces. Yi Tian was shocked. How terrifying are the powerful forces in this upper domain? It can even be guessed that the 9 forces occupying the first 9 multi-dimensional territories are the real giant forces, and no force dares to compete with them. Master Zion, what is the strength of the forces that occupy the first 9 multi-dimensional territories? Yi Tian asked curiously. However, the Master of Zion Realm shook his head. I don't know yet. Other multi-dimensional territories, even the one occupied by the 10 pylons, allow outsiders to enter. After all, they also need to do business, and it is impossible to completely block the territory they are in. Multi-dimensional territory. But the first 9 multi-dimensional territories are very special. They are completely blocked. Even the 9th realm cannot enter. It is already beyond the upper realm. I only know that there was once a person from the 6th multi-dimensional territory. A 9th realm directly destroyed a person with no less strength than Shi Yuman. The 9th realm in the outside world was instantly killed by it. The strength gap was too big. Moreover, many treasures in the 16th to 18th dimensions were occupied by them. Yes, even Taihao Gold liquid, more than 95% belongs to them. How can other forces compete with these 9 forces? Yi Tian nodded slightly. Maybe other forces would feel despair whenever they think of those 9 forces. Moreover, these 9 forces do not need to recruit talents from the outside world at all. Even those who are strong in the 9th realm are not qualified to join these 9 forces. After that, Yi Tian and Master Zion discussed a lot about the situation in the upper domain. Even though Master Zion's information was a little behind, it was generally not too different. Then, both Yi Tian and Master Zion made an oath, so that they could truly cooperate without worrying about betrayal. These Taihao Gold liquids are for you. The Master of Zion Realm directly took out the Taihao Gold liquid and handed it to Yi Tian. Since he wanted to cooperate, he had to be willing to give out benefits, otherwise Yi Tian would not really help the Master of Zion Realm seriously. In addition, the Master of Zion Realm also gave Yi Tian a Dimension Domain Body inheritance. Master Yi Tian, if you cultivate the Taichu Domain Body to the Dacheng Realm in the future, you can continue to practice a Dimensional Domain Body, but before the Taichu Domain Body is completed, you must not practice the 2nd Dimensional Domain Body. The Master of Zion Realm reminded. Why is this? Yi Tian didn't quite understand. The Master of Zion Realm explained. Because after the Taichu Domain Body is promoted to the Dacheng Realm, the body is considered stable and qualified to accommodate the 2nd Dimensional Domain Body. Otherwise, if you forcefully cultivate the 2nd Dimensional Domain Body, the body will collapse. Of course, if you want to cultivate the 3rd Dimensional Domain Body, you must cultivate the first 2 dimensional domain bodies to the perfect state. This principle cannot be practiced. Quote, 0a Please give me flowers a. Thank you, Lord Zion, for reminding me. Yi Tian said he understood. After, Yi Tian left the Cursed Spirit Gold Mine and headed to the first 1,000 counties in the upper domain. Under normal circumstances, the 6th realm cannot enter the first 1,000 territories. It is even extremely difficult to enter the first 2000 territories. You need a certificate or a strong person to take you there. And Yi Tian naturally doesn't need to be so troublesome. His strength is invincible in the 7th realm. If he wants to enter the first 1000 realms from the void of the 13th dimension, there is no problem. No one can stop him. 0. Wow! Yi Tian tore through the barrier and successfully escaped from the void of the 13th dimension into territory 999. According to the introduction of the Master of Xian Realm, this territory belongs to the two major forces Tai Xuanlu and Zaichang Alliance. Both of these two forces have the 8th realm, but there are only 2 or 3 8th realms, but the number of 7th realms, but there are many. Compared with forces like Purgatory Saint Sect and Tianshu Sect, forces like Tai Xuanlu are undoubtedly extremely terrifying forces, but when placed among the forces in the first 1000 multi-dimensional territories, they appear to be very average. Yi Tianxian stayed in this multi-dimensional territory for a while and inquired about the information. The information he learned was not much different from the situation introduced by the Master of Xian Realm. It was just that the Master of Xian Realm was hiding behind the cursed gold mine. Several more forces were destroyed. Of course, there are also several forces that have risen unexpectedly, and the existence of the 9th realm has been born. The strength of the forces they belong to suddenly increases sharply, and they have a higher status and more territory. Yi Tian also learned about Shiyumen by the way. This force is still there, and its strength is even stronger, because Shiyumen gave birth to a 9th level figure and occupied the territory of Tianyan sect. He didn't ask about the Poison Dragon Realm Master, otherwise he rashly asked about a 9th realm person. The news reached the 9th realm person's ears. After a little deduction, he couldn't hide it from the other party. He has cultivated the 36th star dimension secret technique to the limit, but he can only hide the deduction and tracking of the 8th realm, but he cannot hide the 9th realm. Unless, he can cultivate a better secret spoon. Chapter 3364 Mist Eye Soul Technique. You really need to practice better secret techniques. After all, you may come into contact with more people from the 9th realm in the future. If you don't have better secret techniques to cover up the deduction and tracking, it will be easy to kill all the cloned bodies, and then you will completely fall. Got it? Yi Tian murmured. Then, while he was inquiring about the specific information of Shi Paiman, he was looking for better secret techniques. Before you know it, a period of time has passed. Yi Tian has already arrived at territory number 97 where Shiyumen is located. It is easy to understand the specific situation of Shiyumen here. He even occasionally heard some rumors about the Master of Poison Dragon Realm. This is not because he deliberately inquired about it, and he is not afraid of being caught by Poison Dragon Realm. The main deduction arrives. However, he cannot easily access the 8th realm of extra-dimensional space, and a lot of information cannot be explored. As a result, he copied the bodies of other 7th realms and infiltrated into forces that did not have the 9th realm. He used these 970 powers to gather intelligence, collect more information about the 10 pylons, and cover up the secrets of tracking and deduction technique. Gradually, a long time passed. Yi Tian gradually learned about several secret techniques that could avoid being tracked in the 9th realm, but he only knew the names, which was not something he could obtain. This day, Yi Tian brought a lot of information about the 10 pylons to the cursed spirit gold mine and handed it over to the Master of Xian Realm. After reading the information, the Master of Xian Realm said, "Sure enough, after the destruction of our Tianyan sect, the strength of Shiyumen has grown a lot. It seems that the strength of the Poison Dragon Realm Master has also improved. Master Xian, I want to practice a secret technique that can avoid tracking and deduction in the 9th realm. Do you have such a secret technique?" Yi Tian asked. No, Master Xian shook his head. There are indeed many secret techniques that can evade tracking and deduction in the 9th realm, but almost all of them are in the hands of those 9 forces. Even if some are leaked, they are just fragments. It is impossible to practice to the extent of avoiding tracking in the 9th realm, and some of them have too many side effects. Who dares to practice? Just when Yi Tian was disappointed, the Master of Xian Realm said again, "If you really want this secret technique, I know the traces of a secret technique." What secret technique? Yi Tian is looking forward to it. Mist Eye Soul Technique. Master Xian Realm introduced. This secret technique is very weird, and it is not difficult to practice, but it needs to be practiced in a place, otherwise it cannot be practiced, and that place is very scary. If you want to Ida S extremely easy to enter, and Ida S almost like death. Oh, where is it? Yi Tian was very interested. The Misty Eye Star is located in the 15th dimension. It was once a mysterious star in the 16th dimension. However, after a great war, the Misty Eye Star fell into the 15th dimension. But even so, as you are now even with his own strength, he cannot enter the 15th dimension. Xian Realm Master said. The 15th dimension? Yi Tian frowned. He indeed could not enter the 15th dimension. His soul will was about to break through to the 14th dimension. At best, he could enter the 14th dimension, but he could not enter the 15th dimension. Unless he breaks through to the 8th realm, he can enter the 15th dimension. Master Xian said again, "Don't count on me. I can't take you into the 15th dimension. Otherwise, the Poison Dragon Realm Master will know about it immediately and hunt me down. Then I won't necessarily have a chance to escape. I'm back here. Even if we cooperate, I can't help you. Besides, entering the Misty Eye Star is too dangerous and almost certain death. No matter how lucky you are, you may not be able to enter that location to practice the Misty Eye Soul technique, unless you can find someone from the 9th realm to help you." Master Xian Realm, I understand. Yi Tian didn't say anything more, but the Master of Xian Realm thought that Yi Tian had given up, so he didn't say anything. Subsequently, Yi Tian left here. I can't enter the 15th dimension, but maybe there are forces that can help me enter the 15th dimension. Yi Tian murmured. He was going to find out which force developed the resources of the 15th dimension and recruited the 7th realm to do tasks. He could definitely accept the task and enter the 15th dimension through that force. Soon, he actually heard about it. A Red Blood Secta. This force is developing an area in the 15th dimension and needs a lot of help from the 7th realm. After all, the 6th realm cannot survive in the 15th dimension. The minimum requirement is the 7th realm. The Scarlet Blood Sect has a limited number of 7th level cultivators, and this task is very dangerous, so we can only recruit some casual 7th level cultivators to help. The mission of the Scarlet Blood Sect is to mine the fragmented area of AAA's special multi-dimensional star, where many special mineral veins have been bred. The Scarlet Blood Sect occupied that area, and of course it paid a high price. Now, the Scarlet Blood Sect just wants to complete the mining quickly, and has also blocked that area. Just use the Scarlet Blood Sect to enter the 15th dimension. Yi Tian decided. Red Blood Sect. Yi Tian signed up for the task of mining the multi-dimensional star fragment area in the 15th dimension, and soon entered the 15th dimension through the multi-dimensional void channel established by the Scarlet Blood Sect. As soon as he entered the 15th dimension, terrifying pressure hit him. Red Sun Fragment Area. This place is covered by countless invisible flames, and ordinary people in the 7th realm cannot survive here for long, but Yi Tian is so powerful that he naturally doesn't care about the power of the flames. Subsequently, under the arrangement of the Scarlet Blood Sect, he mined a vein containing red sun flint in this area. The red sun flint is very tough and extremely hot. It can burn the 7th realm, and only the 7th realm can be mined. Of course, the 8th realm can also do it, but the 8th realm will not come here to mine mineral veins. Yi Tian mined the mineral veins honestly at first, but secretly looked for opportunities to condense a duplicate body to escape from the red sun fragment area, and then went to the Misty Eye Star. Everyone who entered the 7th realm here at the beginning would be insisted on, but Yi Tian persisted for a long time and was honest, so he didn't pay much attention to him. And Yi Tian observed it very clearly through copying his talent. Seeing that there was no strong person snooping and monitoring him, he immediately began to condense a replica body, and then came to the weakest point in this blockade area. Taichu 0.0 Sword Domain. Break. With one blow, the force of the blow was comparable to that of the 8th realm, directly shattering the area, and then he quickly escaped. Soon, boom, an 8th level super-dimensional realm, and many 7th level people have come here one after another, and they all belong to Yang Chen. Someone from the 7th realm escaped from here. Who is it? Search immediately. Soon, the 8th realm summoned the 7th realms here, but after a search, no Shaoro 7th realm was found. More importantly, they sensed the aura of Taichu Star from the traces of the attack. In addition, no matter how they deduced, they could not deduce the traces of the other party, which showed that the origin of the other party was unusual. In addition, there was no loss, so the Qiang sect immediately put the matter behind them and did not dare to continue the investigation. Chapter 3365 The Spirit of Fog and Shadow. The 15th Dimension. Yi Tian kept traveling back and forth and condensed multiple replica bodies. He was afraid that the replica bodies would fall and he would have to come in again, which would be troublesome. Therefore, he left multiple cloned bodies scattered everywhere, and it was impossible for them all to die instantly. In this way, the seeds were preserved, and the cloned bodies could be condensed in the future. Yi Tian already knew the location of the Misty Eye Star, so he only needed to rush to the Misty Eye Star. However, the journey was very dangerous. Because this is the 15th dimension, it is common to encounter multi-dimensional beings in the 8th realm here. Some multi-dimensional beings in the 8th realm are very powerful. Even the Qiong sect does not dare to explore the entire 15th dimension. Only dare to occupy a small area, otherwise there will not be enough manpower to guard it. In the 15th dimension and the 8th superdimensional realm, people often get killed and die. Yi Tian's current strength is indeed comparable to that of ordinary 8th level beings, but there are too many 8th level multi-dimensional beings that can kill him. This day, Yi Tian encountered a very terrifying 8th level multi-dimensional life 05. The other party just glanced at him, and his body was petrified and shattered. Even a Dacheng level Taichu domain body could not withstand it. After that, his other clone body bypassed this area and continued to move forward. After a long time, Yi Tianxi came to Misty Eye Star, and lost 3 cloned bodies. It can be seen from this that the ordinary 8th realm dares to cross the 15th dimension, unless the place of entry happens to be near the Misty Eye Star. The Misty Eye Star is so huge that even from a long distance, one can feel the pressure it brings. According to the Master of Xian Realm, the Misty Eye Star was originally an ordinary star in the 16th dimension, but even an ordinary star is unimaginably huge for the 7th and even the 8th realm, stars. The extra-dimensional world is nothing more than a small bubble compared to this misty-eyed star. Even many smaller extra-dimensional territories are about the same size as this fog-eyed star. The closer he gets to this misty-eyed star, the greater the pressure Yi Tian will bear, and his movement speed will become very slow, and he will not be able to break the dimensional void here. Before approaching the foggy eyes star, it seems to be a mist. After getting closer, you can see the foggy eyes star clearly. There were countless blood-red eyes on it, and it seemed that countless eyes were staring at him, but he knew that these were not real eyes, but a passage into the Misty Eye Star, which only looked like eyes on the outside. The name Misty Eyes. According to what Master Xian said, if I enter the interior of the Misty Eye Star with my strength, I will definitely die. It is almost impossible to reach that position. However, I hid my strength in front of Master Xian, and she does not know my true identity. With my strength, maybe I still have hope of entering that place inside the Misty Eye Star. Whoosh, Yi Tianfei flew over, came to a passage in Misty Eye Star, and walked in. At this time, he felt an extremely terrifying suppressive force, as if his physical body was about to be torn apart. As expected of Misty Eye's star, Yi Tian murmured. Then, he continued to move forward, but the speed was very slow. It would probably take a long time to get to that location, and if he fell once in the middle, he would have to start all over again. Then, he condensed several duplicate bodies and moved forward one by one. If the one in front fell, at least the ones behind him would be prepared. In this way, Yi Tian kept moving forward, and after advancing for a certain distance, he finally encountered real danger. A red mist appeared, and all kinds of strange pupils erupted from it. The spirit of mist and shadow finally appears. This kind of fog shadow spirit can only appear inside the fog shadow star and cannot leave. If you take them away forcibly, they will dissipate immediately. This kind of fog and shadow spirit is very powerful, but Yi Tian doesn't know exactly how powerful it is, but he will know it soon. The Taichu domain body, the Dharma of the absolute beginning. Taichu sword domain. Yi Tian's dimensional rules also exploded, showing off his combat power. Boom, the two sides started fighting. And the strength of this fog shadow spirit is really too powerful. It shattered Yi Ku's Taichu Dharma and Taichu carrier with just one blow. And Yi Tian's Taichu sword domain couldn't hurt the opponent. After a few breaths, Yi Tian was severely injured, and then he couldn't even escape and was killed directly. The spirit of mist and shadow is too powerful. With my current strength, I am no match for it. Even if multiple copies of the body are shot at the same time, it will be useless. Yi Tian murmured. He felt that he had to master the second dimension domain body before he could hunt and kill this shadow spirit. The second dimensional domain given to him by the Master of Xian Realm is called Phantom Domain. Once mastered, the speed will be extremely fast, and he also has a secret technique of the domain, Phantom Aurora, which is the real movement speed. So, if Yi Tian trains into the Phantom Domain body, his strength will increase a lot. So in the following days, Yi Tian traveled to the Fog Shadow Star while practicing the Phantom Realm body. The Phantom Domain body also needs to absorb the breath of a Phantom Star in the 16th dimension before it can be mastered. Time flies. A period of time later, Yi Tian had successfully mastered the Phantom Realm body. His physical fitness had skyrocketed and his strength had become much stronger. This day, Yi Tian encountered a shadow spirit again, and immediately started fighting with it. With the help of the two-dimensional bodies, Yi Tian was able to fight with the opponent this time but fell into a disadvantage. Then the two cloned bodies took action together and suppressed the opponent. But, Yi Tian also knew that he could not kill the fog shadow spirit, so he let other cloned bodies continue to move forward, thus going deep into the internal area of the fog shadow star. However, after going deep into the fog shadow star, he realized that his current strength was still not enough, and there was still a fog shadow spirit that could buy him and kill him instantly. So, Yi Tian could only rely on luck to approach that place step by step. This requires multiple replicas of the body to test again and again, and it doesn't matter even if you die multiple times. In this way, hundreds of yuan years passed unknowingly. It takes such a long time to explore just one star. It would be impossible to successfully explore other 8th realms. This day, a copy of Yi Tian's body finally came to a larger space, where there was a strange red boulder. Kurika Jakaishi. This fog shadow red stone contains special energy, and practicing the fog eye soul technique requires absorbing this special energy before it can be truly practiced. Fortunately, there is no spirit of fog and shadow here, so he can practice with confidence here. Chapter 3366 Jushuanwei River. Start practicing the fog eye soul technique. He had long ago obtained this mist-eyed soul technique in the upper domain. Many forces have it and even sell it. However, it is too rare and useless and is not sold publicly. After he inquired about it, he purchased the mist-eye soul technique inheritance from a certain force. Now, he can practice directly. I saw Yi Tian activate the seal of the fog eye soul technique, absorb the energy breath of the fog eye red stone, and integrate it into his body. However, the mist-eye soul technique is not a secret technique that is easy to practice. Once it fails, the consequences will be quite serious. It will directly cause serious damage to the soul and will, and damage the body. Really, Yi Tian soon failed in his cultivation, his soul and will were severely damaged, and his body was torn apart. But he immediately asked another copy body to practice again, and this copy body dissipated directly. In the following days, Yi Tian used the energy here to practice the fog eye soul technique again and again. It took many years to successfully practice the snow eye soul technique. At this time, a strange eye appeared in the depths of his soul and will, which meant that his mist eye soul technique had reached the level of the first eye. This level could not avoid the tracking and deduction of the 9th realm. It also required continue to practice. In order to prevent other fog and shadow spirits from disturbing his practice, he also sent a copy of his body to hide in the dark. If a fog and shadow spirit came over, he would directly lead it away so that it would not disturb his practice. Time passed by, and years passed one by one. 600 yuan years later, Yi Tian has already cultivated 8 eyes, which is equivalent to reaching the 8th level of fog eye soul technique, which can resist the tracking and deduction of the 8th level. If you cultivate the 9th eye, you can withstand the tracking and deduction of beings in the 9th realm. And he is about to complete it. Boom! A large amount of energy from the foggy red stone poured into Yi Tian's body, and gradually condensed the 9th eye deep in the soul's will. At a certain moment, 9 eyes were connected in one picture, representing the ultimate state of the mist-eyed soul technique. From this moment on, no one in the 5th realm can even think of deducing any trace of him. This is the real great freedom. Ha 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 ha, I finally achieved the highest level of mist-eyed soul technique. Yi Tian was very excited. However, he does not think that this fog-eyed soul technique can withstand all 9th realm deductions. If it is an invincible existence in the 9th realm that is good at deduction, then such an existence can still deduce his traces, but ordinary 9th realm there was certainly no way to deduce his whereabouts. For example, there is no trace of him playing the Poison Dragon Realm Master. That's enough. Subsequently, he removed all the duplicate bodies he had left here. Misty Eyes Star had no other opportunities, and could only help him practice the Misty Eyes Soul technique. If there had been other opportunities, many powerful 8th realm people would have come here long ago. Shortly afterwards, all of Yi Tian's cloned bodies have been replaced, and they all have the 9th level of Fog Eye Soul skills, which can resist the deduction and tracking of the 9th level. Now, he no longer worries that investigating the 10 pylons will lead to the pursuit of the Poison Dragon Realm Master. This day, Yi Tian created a 14th dimensional willpower secret skill. Although it does not increase the strength much, it is very good if it is used to hunt down enemies. In the years that followed, he even sneaked into the 10 pylons and banned the identity of the 10 7th realm. Of course, it is just an ordinary 7th realm, and it does not communicate much with other 7th realms, so it is not easy to reveal flaws. Besides, since he only takes over his identity for a period of time, there won't be any trouble. After blending into the 10 pylons, he could truly understand the 10 pylons and find information about the Poison Dragon Realm Master. Soon, only then did he truly understand the power and heritage of the Shi-human. For example, the Shi-human had more than 70 treasures in the 15th dimension. They even occupied a star like the Shioxing as their headquarters. Only some 8th and 9th realms can practice in Shioxing for a long time. According to his understanding, the 10 Netherworld star is a special multi-dimensional star, suitable for cultivating a dimensional domain body, the 10 Netherworld body. In the 10 Nether Gates, it is very easy to cultivate the 10 Nether Realm body. If you meet the training conditions, it is almost 100% possible to master it. Therefore, those 9th realms and a few 8th realms of the 10 Nether Gates have all developed into the 10 Nether Realm body. But, in this 7th realm banned by Yitian, there is no dimensional domain in the body. Naturally, there is no way to cultivate the 10 Nether Realm body. As for the generation of the 10 Nether Gates, there are only 2 people in the 7th realm who have dimensional domains. Those 2 are also the 10 Pylords were cultivated with all their strength. Shi-human is so rich. If I had the resources of Shi-human, I would definitely be able to rise faster. Yi Tian murmured. Since he wants to join forces with the Master of Xian Realm to deal with Shi-human, it is true that he cannot threaten Shi-human at the moment, but it is also possible to get some interest from Shi-human. So this day, through his identity as a member of the 10 Human, Yi Tian came to an area occupied by the 10 Human in the 15th dimension of the Jushuanwei River. The Jushuanwei River has special energy. It can condense special Jushuan gold liquid here, which can improve the cultivation of the 7th realm, and even has 10 effects on the 8th realm. There are many 7th realms here that are condensing the 9 Zon gold liquid, but it just takes a long time. According to Yi Tian's understanding, the higher the level of dimensional rules, the better the effect of condensing Jushuan gold liquid. The 10 Human can be so powerful, and the Jushuanwei River has a great contribution. Because of its existence, many members of the 10 Human do not need to accumulate and practice slowly. After Yi Tian came to the Jushuanwei River, he honestly condensed the Jushuan gold liquid at first. But Hao Wang knows very well that no matter how hard he works, he can't gather too much Jushuan gold liquid. Therefore, he has a new plan, which is to plunder the Jushuan gold liquid here. Shi-human has a branch here, and a large amount of Jushuan gold liquid is stored here. Shi-human needs Jushuan gold liquid, so they come here to collect some lings. Normally, the Jushuan gold liquid is stored here. Coupled with the fact that there are 2 8th realm guards in Shi-human and the protection of the formation, it is very safe here. Besides, no one in the 8th realm would dare to offend Shi-human for some Juzon gold liquid. That would not be courting death. But Yi Tian wants to seize these 9 mysteries gold liquid. When the time comes, he will have enough cultivation and can cultivate a large number of strong human beings. Ever since, on this day, a replica of Yi Tian's body disguised his identity and came to attack here. He possesses the Fog Shadow Soul technique and is not afraid of revealing his identity. Chapter 3367 The Peak of the 7th Realm. Boom. Yi Tian attacked the Jushuanwei River, causing the Jushuanwei River to tremble. Court death. The 2 8th realm guards guarded by Jushuanwei were furious and attacked Yi Tian together, but Yi Tian did not fight them and escaped directly. The 2 8th realm people didn't think too much and went straight after them. In their view, killing a 7th level person is not an easy task. And just after the 2 8th realms left, another copy of Yi Tian's body took action. He was now a member of the 10 pylons and directly destroyed the formation of the treasure house, which was equivalent to internal destruction without any hindrance. Rumble. The formation was broken by Yi Tian without any defense, and a 7th level master came to stop Yi Tian. Boom. The Taichu sword domain erupted, instantly killing the group of 7th level super-dimensional beings. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian took away all the resources of this treasure house, including the 9 mysterious gold liquid. Hurry up. Those 2 8th realm ones will definitely come over in time. Yi Tian said secretly. Whoosh. He quickly escaped from the Jushuanwei River, and then left here, constantly traveling through the 15th dimension of 947, and disappeared. He also knew very well that the 15th dimension was more dangerous, but the danger in this vicinity should not be great. After he escaped for a while, he found a place to rest temporarily. He was unable to break through the barrier of the 15th dimension and return to the upper realm from the 15th dimension, so he could only continue to stay in the 15th dimension. At present, he just wants to find a suitable place to practice. When his cultivation reaches the 8th realm in the future and his soul will reaches the 15th dimension, he can return to the upper realm and the human race. The other side, the two 8th levels of 10 pylon did not dare to pursue them too deeply. After all, they were only cultivators of the 8th level. If they pursued them too deeply and encountered the extremely powerful 8th level multi-dimensional beings, they would also be in danger of falling. In addition, they rushed back immediately after receiving the news that Jushuanwei River was attacked, but it was too late. After they inquired, they found out that it was a member of the 7th realm who did it, but in their opinion, the identity of that 7th realm member was definitely fake. They deduced it, but couldn't find any trace of Yi Tian. So, they immediately reported the situation to the 9th realm. Even if they would be punished by the 9th realm, they had to report it, otherwise they would be in trouble if they concealed it. Soon, the people in the 9th realm were immediately furious when they found out about the situation in the Juzanwei River. Countless years have passed, and no force has dared to offend the 10 human. Now this mysterious 7th realm dares to directly rob the Jushuan golden liquid from the Jushuanwei River, and has killed so many 7th realms, some of which are from the 7th realm. They are the children of the 8th realm. Poison Dragon Realm Lord, Lord of the Storm Realm, Lord of the Jackdaw Realm. The 3 9th realm members of the 10 pylons immediately began to deduce, but they could not deduce any trace of Yi Tian. There will be no traces of the deduction, unless the person from the 7th realm has practiced a secret technique that can block the deduction from the 9th realm, or there is a 9th realm behind him, who has used a secret technique for him to block his traces. The 3 9th realm people naturally think that the last possibility is that the mastermind of this matter is a certain 9th realm person. They thought about all the 9th realms who had enmity with them in their minds, but they still couldn't confirm which one did it. Check. First find out the identity of the person in the 7th realm. 3 9th realm orders. However, they were destined to be unable to find him. After all, Yi Tian used the Fog Eye Soul technique to cover himself, and even his aura and appearance were not exposed. How could they check? The harvest this time was huge. Not only did we obtain a large amount of Jushuan gold liquid, but we also obtained other resource treasures. Yi Tian was in a good mood. Immediately, he asked other cloned bodies to explore the void of the 15th dimension, and quickly found a place that looked relatively safe. It was actually a fragment of a certain star. There should be no danger in hiding there. Wow! Yi Tian went over, opened a cave in the fragment, and then began to practice in seclusion, using Jushuan gold liquid to improve his cultivation. Gulu gulu. The Jushuan gold liquid was swallowed by Yi Tian, refined, and used to improve his own cultivation. As the Jushuan gold liquid continued to be consumed, Tushan's cultivation also skyrocketed. In a blink of an eye, 30 domain yuan years passed. This day, boom, Yi Tian's cultivation finally broke through, from the late 7th realm to the peak 7th realm, and his strength also improved slightly. I have broken through. I am at the peak of the 7th realm. With the Taihao gold liquid given to me by Master Zion Realm, I can reach the 8th realm. But he did not attack. His goal was still to attack the 8th realm with the rules of the 365th dimension. Now, he continues to study Taichu Star and has already understood the rules of 192 dimensions. It won't be long before he can comprehend the rules of 200 dimensions. The distance to the rules of 365 dimensions is not hopeless. However, the multi-dimensional wisdom light and the silver mysterious illustrated book are too low level. If you upgrade them, you can understand the dimensional rules faster. Yi Tian murmured. After all, the multi-dimensional wisdom light is only an innate multi-dimensional Tao body, not a dimensional domain body. If it is a multi-dimensional wisdom light at the dimensional domain body level, it can greatly improve the efficiency of his understanding of dimensional rules. The grade of the Silver Mystic Illustrated book is very low, but you can find higher level substitutes. You can find top-level Dimension Tongbao or even Dimension Star tools. The Dimensional Star weapon is made from the fragments of some stars in the 16th, 17th, and 18th dimensions, and contains terrifying power. Many 8th realms have a Dimensional Star weapon. If they find a Dimensional Star weapon similar to the effect of the Yinshuan Illustrated book, it will definitely improve the effect of his enlightenment. Then, Yi Tian began to inquire about this information, and soon found a similar top-level dimension treasure, but there was no news about the Dimension Star device. The top-level dimensional treasure that Yi Tian found is called the Xuanline Mirror. It has the effect of deduction and analysis, but it also has side effects. Its value is very high, but Yi Tian's current net worth is also very high, so naturally he easily won this top-level dimension treasure. Then, Yi Tian began to think about creating a dimensional domain body. He did not expect to create a dimensional domain body that was complete and had no sequelae. That would be too difficult. But if we create a relatively spicy dimensional domain body with great side effects, it should be possible. Then, in the following days, Yi Tian used Kashyap's wisdom body as the basis to perfect and transform it, raising it to the level of the dimensional domain body. Chapter 3368 The Lord of Zion Realm escapes from trouble. Time flies. Yi Tian paid a huge price, sacrificing one copy of his body to deduce the intelligent body of Kashyapa, and constantly combined the dimensional realm in his body to create, often causing the dimensional realm to collapse. But in the research and deduction again and again, the harvest is also considerable. After a full 1,000 domain years passed, Yi Tian finally came up with a very common dimensional domain body with great side effects. Yi Tian still named this dimensional domain body Kashyapa Wisdom Domain Body, but it would cost a lot to practice this dimensional domain body. The body's potential would definitely be damaged, and the secret of the domain body of Kashyapa Wisdom Domain Body would be used. Technicae a multi-dimensional wisdom light, the sequelae will be even greater. However, Yi Tian didn't care. Of course, his current real body copy body will definitely not be able to cultivate the dimensional domain body of Kashyapa Wisdom Domain Body, unless he has cultivated both the Taichu domain body and the phantom domain body to the perfect state. Therefore, in order to be able to cultivate Kashyapa's wisdom realm body, he could only copy the past duplicate body. That duplicate body had not yet cultivated the phantom realm body, and could completely cultivate Kashyapa's wisdom realm body. Subsequently, he began to practice Kashyapa's wisdom domain body, and after a period of time, he successfully mastered it. Immediately afterwards, he began to use the multi-dimensional wisdom light, and then cooperated with the Xuanline mirror to understand the Taichu star and the rules of my dimension. During this training, he found that his efficiency in comprehending the rules of dimensions improved too quickly. Therefore, in the following years, he devoted himself to understanding the dimensional rules, and his realm of dimensional rules continued to soar. In a blink of an eye, another 1,000 domain years have passed. At this time, Yi Tian has already comprehended the rules of 280 dimensions. Although the comprehension efficiency is slower now, it is still extremely fast. And now that his strength is so strong, he has even created a 7-level most powerful secret skill, Taichu Light Escape. In addition, his Taichu domain body and phantom domain body are both much more powerful, and both have reached the peak state of Dachang. In terms of soul will, he spent a lot of resources to upgrade the soul will to the late stage of the 14th dimension. His current strength is much stronger than before, and he is sure to kill the weaker 8th realm. This day, the Master of Zion Realm contacted Yi Tian again. Soon, Yi Tian came to the Cursed Spirit Gold Mine and met the Master of Zion Realm again. At this time, the Master of Zion Realm was in good condition, his injuries had healed, and his aura was much stronger. And, Yi Tian found that the soul will of the Master of Zion Realm seemed to be more terrifying, as if he had made a breakthrough. Master Zion Realm, has your soul and will broken through? Yi Tian asked in surprise. Yes, I have been staying in the Cursed Gold Mine, and I have been resisting the power of the Cursed Gold Mine. My soul will has been sharpened all the time. Now I finally broke the shackles and advanced to the 17th dimension. The Master of Zion Realm said. Can the 8th realm elevate the soul's will to the 17th dimension? Yi Tian felt incredible. It is indeed impossible to do this under normal circumstances, but I have cultivated a special dimensional domain body that allows me to break the limits of my soul and will and advance to the 17th dimension. Purple Yun Realm Master said. However, she was also very grateful to Yi Tian. If Yi Tian hadn't helped her get a large amount of Yuanxia Mother Liquid and healing items to help her recover, otherwise she wouldn't have been able to attack the soul will of the 17th dimension. The Lord of Zion Realm continued. With the breakthrough of my soul and will, I can practice a secret technique that can weaken the deduction and analysis of the 9th realm. I can also use a lot of cursed gold plus an astral fragment I obtained in the past to refining a dimensional star weapon to cover my traces. I will be sure to avoid the tracking and detection of Poison Dragon Realm. Congratulations to Master Zion, Yi Tian congratulated. Master Yi Tian, if I leave, you can take care of the Grey Fog Tiandao stones here. These things are of no use to me, and you can deal with them yourself. Master Zion said. Thank you so much, Master Zion. Yi Tian thanked him. The gray mist Tiandao stone is a treasure with no side effects. If given to humans, it can definitely cultivate a large number of strong men. Therefore, this thing is of great use to him. However, I still lack some auxiliary materials for refining dimensional star weapons. I can't go out to collect them. Please collect them for me. Those materials are not too precious. If you collect them slowly, you can still collect them. Immediately, the Master of Zion Realm gave Yi Tian the list of auxiliary materials. Yi Tian nodded, indicating that he could collect it, and then left. 0. Please give me flowers. 0. In the following days, Yi Tian collected those materials for the Master of Zion Realm. There were more than 60 kinds in total. Most of them could be collected easily, and some could be traded at a high price. There is only one kind, and it is difficult to buy it in the 7th realm. However, through a powerful force, he paid a high price and finally got the deal. Certainly, his large-scale transactions naturally attracted the attention of some 7th realms. There was even a 7th realm who tried to attack him, but he killed him instantly. Moreover, he hid his identity in many transactions without exposing himself. After collecting these materials, Yi Tian sent them to the Master of Zion Realm. Immediately afterwards, the Master of Zion Realm began to refine the dimensional star weapon. Refining a dimensional star weapon is not easy and takes a long time. 0. Yi Tian's protects him to prevent other extra-dimensional realms from approaching here. Although this possibility is very small, it is better to be careful. And this protector lasted for a full yuan years. This day, boom, a dimensional star weapon was born, and its powerful aura shocked Yi Tiandu. It was also the first time for him to see the birth of a dimensional star weapon. This dimensional star weapon refined by the Master of the Purple Yun realm is called the Purple Yun Star Clothes. When worn on the body, it has the effect of a cursed gold vein, except that it does little harm to the body. It has the effect of blocking the deduction and analysis of the 9th realm. And it also has a certain defensive effect. Okay, I can leave here. Purple Rime Realm leads the way. Immediately, the Master of Zion Realm withdrew the formation here, and Yi Tian immediately took away the Grey Fog Tiandao stones. Let's go. Yi Tian and Master Zion came out of here together and returned to the upper domain, but the Purgatory Holy Sect in charge here didn't even know what happened. Upper domain. Territory No. 336. Yi Tian and Master Zion came here. Once upon a time, our Tianyan sect was here, but unfortunately it has become a thing of the past. The Master of Zion Realm said angrily. Master Zion, what should we do next? Yi Tian asked. I need to break through to the 9th realm first. If I can't break through to the 9th realm, I can't threaten the Poison Dragon Realm Master. The Purple Yun Realm Master said. Chapter 3369 Attack on the Poison Dragon Realm Master. Attacking the 9th realm, Yi Tian quickly asked. Master Zion Realm, you want to attack the 9th realm, what do I need to do? You don't need to do anything for the time being, you should break through to the 8th realm as soon as possible. Said the Master of Zion Realm. At this time, Yi Tianru said truthfully. Master Zion Realm, I don't want to attack the 8th realm for the time being. Master Zion quickly thought of something. You want to attack the 8th realm with the rules of the 365th dimension. It's too difficult. Even if I help you with all my strength, I can't help you understand the 360th realm. 5-dimensional rules. It is not as easy to comprehend the dimensional rules in the 7th realm as it is in the 8th realm. If you want to comprehend the 365-dimensional rules in the 7th realm, I'm afraid only those 9 forces can help you. Do it. I want to give it a try. Yi Tian didn't say much, he didn't want to be exposed. After all, he and Master Zion only have a cooperative relationship, not a close relationship, so there is no need to say anything. Subsequently, Yi Tian separated from the Master of Zion Realm, and she went to find a place to attack the 9th realm. As for where to break through, he was not told. When the Master of Zion Realm succeeds in breaking through, the 10 pylons will inevitably be exposed, but it is definitely impossible to destroy the 10 pylons. The Purple Yun Realm Master's idea is not to destroy the 10 pylons. That can't be done, she just wants to kill the Poison Dragon Realm Master and his lineage. The Master of Zion Realm should be confident of breaking through to the 9th realm. I must also understand the rules of the 365th dimension as soon as possible so that I can break through to the 8th realm. Yi Tian murmured, time flies. Hundreds more domain years have passed, and now Yi Tian has understood the rules of 299 dimensions. This day, the Master of Zion Realm contacted Yi Tian. When he saw the Master of Zion realm again, the other person's breath made him tremble all over. The 9th realm. The Master of Zion realm has undoubtedly achieved a breakthrough. Congratulations to Master Zion for breaking through to the 9th realm. Yi Tian congratulated. Master Zion nodded slightly, and then looked at Yi Tian curiously. Master Yi Tian, I have already broken through to the 9th realm, but I can't deduce any information about you. How did you do it? In fact, when he came out, he was a little confused, but it was not surprising that he thought that Yi Tian had practiced some secret technique of concealment and deduction. But now, she is already in the 9th realm. I have cultivated the mist-eyed soul technique to the highest level. Yi Tianru said truthfully, you have actually cultivated the mist-eyed soul technique to the highest level. The Master of Zion realm was really shocked. No wonder she couldn't deduce Yi Tian's traces. She wanted to ask Yi Tian how he did it, but when she thought about the relationship between the two parties, it was just a cooperative relationship, and Yi Tian was not his subordinate. She even suspected that Yi Tian had a special avatar in the extra-dimensional realm. Otherwise, why would he dare to comprehend the dimensional rules directly at the Grey Mist Tiandao Stone? At that time, Yi Tian had no idea about the existence of Yuanxia Mother Liquid. Thinking about it again, maybe Yi Tian has always been a clone, but she couldn't spy out it, and now she can't detect Yi Tian's traces. Of course, she doesn't care what the truth is. Master Yi Tian, since you can avoid the prying eyes of the 9th realm, I need you to do something for me. Master Zion said. What's the matter? Yi Tian asked. Lead out the Poison Dragon Realm Master. The Master of Zion Realm said. Lead out the Poison Dragon Realm Master. Yi Tian was shocked. Purple Yun Realm Master, the Poison Dragon Realm Master is in the 9th realm. A wisp of breath can kill me. If we lure him out, I will definitely die. No, you just need to kill his descendants. Lord Zion said. Currently, Lord Poison Dragon has been staying at the headquarters of Shiyumen. I can't break into there, otherwise I will definitely die. But you just need to kill the descendant of the Poison Dragon Realm Master. The Poison Dragon Realm Master will definitely come out of the Shiyumen headquarters. I will take the opportunity to attack him at that time. You don't need to meet the Poison Dragon Realm Master. Okay, but what's the benefit to me? Yi Tian asked. At this time, Master Zion took out a spear, which was a very good dimensional star weapon. The medium-dimensional star weapon, the True Dragon Spear, is made from the fragments of the True Dragon Star. It can increase your combat effectiveness. The Master of Zion Realm said. Thank you so much, Lord Zion. Yi Tian smiled all over his face. With just a small transaction, he could get a medium-dimensional star device. This transaction was very cost-effective. Subsequently, Yi Tian discussed the specific plan with the Master of Zion Realm, and after finalizing it, he went to Poison Dragon Lake in the 12th dimension. There are many poison dragons living here, all of them are descendants of the Poison Dragon Realm Lord, but not all of them, just some. There are still some descendants of the Poison Dragon Realm Master living in the 13th dimension, but there are several poison dragons from the 8th realm sitting there, so Yi Tian naturally cannot do it if he wants to destroy them. But Poison Dragon Lake only has the 7th realm, and there are no poisonous dragons from the 8th realm. The Poison Dragon Realm Master is from the 9th realm. Unless someone from the 9th realm deals with the Poison Dragon Realm Master, how can the 8th realm dare to attack Poison Dragon Lake? Besides, if the 9th realm really takes action, it would be useless to send the 8th realm. Wow, Yi Tian came to the Poison Dragon Lake in the 12th dimension, felt it, and found that there were many poisonous dragons here. There are poisonous dragons from the 6th to the 7th realm, and even some poisonous dragons from the 4th and 5th realms. Because the Master of the Poisonous Dragon Realm has transformed this place, these poisonous dragons will not be suppressed by the 12th dimension and can practice here with peace of mind. Yi Tian broke into Poison Dragon Lake and took action directly. Taichu Sword Domain, holy. The Taichu Sword Domain came and directly killed the poisonous dragons one by one. Even the poisonous dragons in the 7th realm were killed instantly. Only a few poisonous dragons who stayed in the formation survived. These formations were arranged by the Poison Dragon Realm Master to withstand attacks from the 8th realm, so they could withstand the attacks from Taichu Sword Realm. However, Yi Tian continued to attack, vowing to tear apart these formations. Soon, each formation was broken. The poisonous dragons hiding in the formation immediately asked for help from their poisonous dragon ancestors. 10 Pylorus. Inside a palace, an extremely huge poisonous dragon opened its eyes, and his eyes immediately became angry. Kill my descendants and seek death. His body transformed into a human form, instantly tearing apart the void and heading to the 12th dimension. Just when he was about to arrive in the 12th dimension, an attack came, spanning many dimensions. The terrifying attack caused his expression to change drastically. Sky Poison Domain Body, 10 Nether Realm Bodies. 10,000 GU Domain Body. Various dimensional domains of perfect realms erupted, trying to block this attack. Boom! The poisonous dragon realm master's defense was shattered, and a large amount of poisonous dragon's blood flowed out. But, the poison dragon realm master was still not seriously injured, only slightly injured. Master of Zion Realm, it's you. I didn't expect you to break through to the 9th realm. The poison dragon realm master looked directly at the Zion realm master in the distance and said coldly. Chapter 3370 The Secret to Breakthrough in the 9th Realm. Poison Dragon Realm Master really wanted to kill Zion Realm Master. At the beginning, he was chasing the Master of Zion Realm, but he did not expect that this Master of Zion Realm was so evil that he had mastered the most powerful secrets of the 8th Realm and had a combat power that was no less than that of the weaker 9th Realm. However, he still severely injured the Master of Zion Realm. As a result, Zionjing took the initiative to use some secret technique to escape. Afterwards, he continued to deduce, but could not find the master of Zionjing. However, in these years, he often deduced the traces of the master of Zion Realm, but could not find the master of Zion Realm. In desperation, he could only give up. Unexpectedly, the current master of Zion Realm appeared again and had the cultivation level of the 9th Realm. Of course, he is much stronger now than before, and is not necessarily weaker than the master of Zion Realm. Boom! The two sides started fighting. But as soon as they fought, the Poison Dragon Realm Master was crushed. The Master of the 8th Realm, Zion Realm Master, is too powerful. If he uses it from the 9th Realm, it is enough to hurt the Poisonous Dragon Realm Master. Soon, the Poison Dragon Realm Master was seriously injured. He also tried to send a message to the other 9th Realms of the 10 Pylon Realm, but the Master of Zion Realm was fully prepared and used a special dimensional star device to block the void of this dimension so that the message could not be sent out. The key is that the Poison Dragon Realm Master has not yet incarnated in the outside world, otherwise he could still send a message. Master Zion, let me go, otherwise Shiyuman will kill you. As long as you let us go, I can swear an oath not to target you again. The Poison Dragon Realm Master seemed to be begging for mercy, but in fact he was threatening. The 10 human are indeed very powerful, and there is more than one 9th realm, especially the Gaiyu Realm Master of the 10 human is a top 9th realm master. The current Zion Realm Master is definitely no match. However, the Realm Master will not let go of the Thunder Dragon Realm students. Lord of the Poison Dragon Realm, you killed our Tianyan sect for the treasure of our Tianyan sect. Do you still want me to let you go? Unless you hand over that treasure, I might be able to spare you. The Master of Zion Realm said coldly. That treasure is not with me. Poison Dragon Realm Master said. You should know how precious that treasure is. Although I said that I would destroy your Tianyan sect, Shiyuman knows about that treasure. How could I let it happen? I'll keep it safe. That treasure is in the hands of the Lord of Gaiyu Realm. How about you capture me and exchange that treasure with the Lord of Gaiyu Realm? Ha ha ha, you Poisonous Dragon Realm Master is not worth the value of that treasure. If you think I am stupid and block you, then inform Gaiyu Realm Master. Gaiyu Realm Master will definitely take action against me. I am not his opponent. Quote. Besides, I just want to kill you. The Master of Zion Realm continued to attack, bombarding the Master of Poisonous Dragon Realm. The Poison Dragon Realm Master wanted to escape, but the Zion Realm Master used a special domain secret technique to seal this place, and he could not easily break it. Gradually, the Poison Dragon Realm Master's injuries became more and more serious. Finally at some point, a ray of purple light directly penetrated into the depths of the Poisonous Dragon Realm's soul and will, directly shattering his soul and will. But even so, the Poisonous Dragon Realm Master's soul will turned into countless will incarnations and tried to escape, but they were all wiped out by the Purple Rhyme Realm Master's soul will cross-dimensional skill, leaving no trace. After confirming that Poison Dragon Realm Master had completely fallen, Zion Realm Master left. Moreover, she blasted the Poison Dragon clan's headquarters in the 13th dimension with a palm from the air, destroying it with one palm, and across many dimensions, she killed all the Poison Dragon clan members left in other places, leaving no one behind. Wow! After a few breaths, a figure appeared here. This figure was completely black, as if it had descended from the darkest place. Wow wow wow! 3 more figures arrived. These 4 are all from the 9th realm of the 10 nether gates, and the black figure is the Lord of Gaiyu Realm. The Poisonous Dragon has been killed. Gaiyu Realm Master frowned. Sect Master, can you tell who did it? Asked a ninth realm man. Judging from the aura left behind, it should be the Purple Yun Realm Master from the Tianyan sect, who broke through to the ninth realm. Gaiyu Realm Master. It's her. No wonder she can kill the poisonous Dragon Realm Master. Several ninth realm people frowned. One ninth realm person who had no influence was very scary because they couldn't find her and couldn't kill her. Unless they ask one of the 9 forces to take action, they can definitely find the Master of Zion Realm. However, those 9 forces are so transcendent, how could they possibly deal with an unfamiliar 9th realm? Track down the Purple Yun Realm Master in the 9th realm and contact some other forces. If anyone provides clues about the Purple Yun Realm Master, our 10 human will be rewarded and thanked. The Lord of Gaiyu Realm ordered. Master Zion, congratulations on killing the Poison Dragon Realm Master. Yi Tian congratulated. The Master of Zion Realm said calmly, I just killed the Poison Dragon Realm Master. The 10 human are still there, so I don't have any hope of rebuilding the Tianyan sect. Sooner or later the Lord of Zion Realm will surpass the Lord of Gaiyu Realm. Yi Tian said. It's too difficult. Master Zion shook his head. 10 human has obtained the treasure of our Tianyan sect. Master Gaiyu's strength is definitely much more terrifying than before. I have no hope of surpassing Master Gaiyu. Treasure. Yi Tian didn't know what kind of treasure it was, but it could make even the Master of Zion Realm think it was a treasure, and it was definitely not an ordinary thing. However, he didn't ask. However, the Medical Realm Master took the initiative to reveal it. Master Yi Tian, aren't you curious about what treasure that is? The Master of Zion Realm said with a smile. Yi Tian shook his head, not interested in this. Master Zion continued. That is a treasure obtained from the 17th dimension, called the Pearl of Guishu. The Pearl of Guishu can help the 8th realm 813 and even the 9th realm understand the rules of the highest dimension. The rules of the highest dimension? Yi Tian was puzzled as to what this was. Seeing Yi Tian's doubts, the leader of Zion Realm introduced, the 365 dimensional rules are the limit of dimensional rules. If you want to continue to improve, you must understand the highest dimensional rules, and one of the conditions for impacting the 9th realm is to understand the rules of the highest dimension. The rules of the highest dimension, the perfect dimensional domain, the cultivation at the peak of the 8th realm, and the soul will at the limit of the 16th dimension, these are the necessary conditions for impacting the 9th realm. In addition, you also need to choose as the natal star. The multi-dimensional star absorbs the power of the multi-dimensional star to break the shackles. This is what all 9th realms have to do. Without the assistance of the power of the multi-dimensional star, it is almost impossible to break the shackles. Choose a multi-dimensional star as your natal star to break the shackles with the help of the multi-dimensional star. Yi Tian doesn't know the secret yet, but if the multi-dimensional star is shattered, will it have any impact on the 9th realm? It has an impact. If it is really broken, then the 9th realm will fall into the realm. But the normally selected multi-dimensional stars are very powerful, and the 9th realm cannot be broken at all. If you have been to the Misty Eye Star, you should know about the Misty Eye Star. It is huge, it is the most common multi-dimensional star. Even so, no 9th realm can crush it. There are many multi-dimensional stars that the 9th realm cannot approach. If you choose them, you don't have to worry about this problem. Ziz the realm leader smiled. Chapter 3371 Breakthrough, the 8th realm. Like Taichu Star? Yi Tian thought of this special multidimensional star. That's right. The Master of Zion Realm nodded slightly. The Taichu Star is a very special multidimensional star. It is far from comparable to the Misty Eye Star. Even the 9th realm cannot come close to the Taichu Star, but it also makes it almost impossible for the 8th realm people to defeat the Taichu Star. As your own natal star, you must absorb the energy of the Taichu Star to make a breakthrough. The Taichu domain body is not good either. Even if the Taichu domain body is at the perfect state, the breath of the Taichu Star it absorbs is too weak and far from reaching the standard for breakthrough. Master Zion Realm cannot break through on his own. Is there no such example? Yi Tian asked. Maybe there is, but I haven't seen it and I don't know. Ziz Realm Master said. The former Master of Zion Realm was just an 8th realm master. How could he know so many secrets? Yi Tian didn't think too much. Anyway, he was still far away from reaching the 9th realm. His current goal was to comprehend the rules of the 365th dimension and then break through to the 8th realm. Master Yi Tian, if you want to attack the 9th realm in the future, I can help you find a suitable multidimensional planet. Master Zion said. She felt that there was nothing she could do about the 10 human, but Yi was very defiant and might be able to surpass the Lord of Gaiyu realm, so investing in Yi and placing her hopes on Yi was also a choice. This is also the reason why she told Yi about the Pearl of Guishu. Thank you so much, Lord Xian. Yi thanked him. He also knew that if he could not break through to the 9th realm in the future and had to use multi-dimensional stars, he would definitely have to break through according to the method taught by the Master of Xian realm. Subsequently, he was separated from the Master of Xian realm. Purple Rime realm mainly goes to retreat to practice and enhance strength, and will not appear in a short time. The same is true for Yi. He wants to focus all his energy on understanding the dimensional rules and strive to understand the 365 dimensional rules as early as possible. The years that followed, Yi continued to use Taichu Descendant to understand the dimensional rules. With the domain body secret technique multi-dimensional wisdom light and the top dimensional Tongbao Xuanline mirror, Yi quickly understood the dimensional rules. Time flies. Unknowingly, 3,000 domain yuan years passed. Yi has been diligently understanding the dimensional rules during this period. Although after reaching more than 300 dimensional rules, it is very difficult to continue to understand the dimensional rules. Fortunately, Taichu's star was powerful enough, and after Yi continued to comprehend it, he finally understood the rules of the 365th dimension on this day. After comprehending the rules of 365 dimensions, he finally felt the existence of multi-dimensional shackles in his body. Only by breaking this shackles can one truly reach the 8th realm. This layer of multi-dimensional shackles is very complicated, locking his realm from all aspects. Except for Taihao Gold Liquid, only the rules of 365 dimensions can break it. Boom! Yi used the 365 dimensional rules to continuously crush the multi-dimensional shackles in his body. However, this layer of multi-dimensional shackles was too huge and covered the whole body. It would take a long time to completely crush it. Unknowingly, another 100 domain element barriers passed. At this time, Yi Tianxi broke 10% of the multi-dimensional shackles, which means that it will take him 1,000 domain years to break all the multi-dimensional shackles. Yi was not in a hurry, he silently attacked the multi-dimensional shackles. The multi-dimensional shackles were being shattered bit by bit, and Yi already felt signs that calm was about to break through, but it was impossible for him to break through to the 8th realm before the multi-dimensional shackles were completely broken. Just like that, another 900 realm yuan of time passed. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The last bit of the interdimensional shackles was broken. At this moment, the shackles that prevented Yi from breaking through to the 8th realm no longer existed. He could break through to the 8th realm at any time. However, before attacking the 8th realm, he first cultivated both the Taichu domain body and the phantom domain body to the perfect state. After a period of time, these two-dimensional realm bodies all broke through to the state of perfection, and the physical strength skyrocketed. Then, he began to attack the 8th realm. There is a lot of noise in the attack on the 8th realm, and the energy in the 4000 realm is limited, so it is not suitable for a breakthrough. Then, Yi came to the 13th dimension, and he had already found a suitable place for a breakthrough. The 13th dimension, Yuan Shu Si. Yi came here. There were originally many 7th-level multi-dimensional beings here, but they were all killed or driven away by him. Moreover, he also built a formation here and transformed it into a dojo, suitable for him to break through to the 8th realm. In addition, the energy here is extremely abundant, so there will be no lack of energy. And several of his duplicate bodies are patrolling nearby to prevent multi-dimensional beings from disrupting his breakthrough process. Start. Yi hit the 8th realm with just one thought. Boom! The dimensional domain within the body began to transform, rapidly transforming from the 36th dimensional domain to the 365th dimensional domain. They were both perfect dimensional domains without any problems. And his physical body began to transform, his soul and will were transforming, and his superdimensional history was also transforming. From the outside world, countless energy poured into his body, helping him quickly complete the breakthrough. As time passed, Yi aura became stronger and stronger, and his strength became stronger and stronger. I don't know how much time has passed. Finally, Yi completely broke through to the 8th realm. And he also found that he had changed a lot. Breaking through to the 8th realm with the rules of the 365th dimension seemed to have a lot more changes than using Taihao Gold Liquid to break through to the 8th realm. First of all, his soul and will directly broke through to the peak state of the 15th dimension, his physical fitness became stronger, and his dimension domain became more perfect. And he gave birth to a brand new domain body, which is not an ordinary domain body, money's, it seems to be above the normal domain body. Yi Tian closed his eyes, and 365 multidimensional star orifices seemed to appear in his body. These multidimensional star orifices echoed the multidimensional stars located in the 16th to 18th dimensions. He can absorb the power of these multidimensional stars to strengthen his multidimensional star aperture and strengthen his new dimensional domain body. As for this change, Purple Yun Realm Master has not said anything about it, and perhaps Zion Realm Master is not aware of this change either. After all, she has not broken through with the rules of the 365th dimension. This kind of thing shouldn't be considered a dimensional domain body, it should be called a supreme dimensional domain body. Yi Tian murmured. Subsequently, he began to absorb the breath energy of those multidimensional stars to strengthen his own supreme dimensional domain body. Every moment, his physical fitness is improving. In comparison, those so-called dimensional domain bodies are too spicy. Chapter 3372 Occupying Territory for the Human Race in the Upper Domain. With the supreme dimensional domain body, coupled with the 365-dimensional rules, and the strongest secret skill in the 7th realm, my current strength is extremely powerful even in the 8th realm. However, there is definitely a big gap between Yi Tian's strength at this time and that of the Master of Zion Realm before his breakthrough. The original Master of Zion Realm had a soul will of the 16th dimension, and later he broke through to the 17th dimension, comprehended the most powerful secrets of the 8 realms, and definitely comprehended the rules of the highest dimension, and completed the realms of multiple dimensions. It can be said that his current strength is still far from enough. After stabilizing the realm, Yi Tian continued to understand the Taichu star. As for the supreme dimensional domain body, it had to be slowly improved and could not be raised to an extremely high realm all at once. After reaching the 8th realm, Yi Tian's understanding has naturally improved. It stands to reason that it is easier to understand the rules of the dimension. However, Yi Tian's dimensional rules have reached the 365th level, and he can only comprehend the highest dimensional rules if he continues to improve. Fortunately, he can still comprehend the rules of the highest dimension with the help of Taichu star, but he also knows very well that it is not easy to comprehend the rules of the highest dimension. Even if his comprehension efficiency is many times that of other 8th realms, it will still take a long time. Another 320, Yi Tian is still practicing wombing technique, using the breath of wombing star to temper his soul will. His soul will has now reached the peak level of the 15th dimension. If he goes further, he can upgrade his soul will to the 5th dimension. 16 dimensional levels. In order to be able to break through, Yi Tian also used up many resources that could help improve his soul's will, plus the assistance of Wu Mingxing's breath. After 1,000 years of hard training, this day, Yi Tian's soul and will finally broke through and reached the 16th dimension. With the breakthrough of soul will, Yi Tian's strength has also improved a bit. If he can improve the secret skill of soul will in the 16th dimension, his strength will continue to skyrocket. However, it will definitely not be possible in a short time. There is one more thing to do right now, which is to occupy an area in the upper domain and place some human super-dimensional realms. Yi Tianxin thought, over in territory number 4000, there are more and more extra-dimensional realms of the human race. The number of 5th-level extra-dimensional realms continues to soar. Even under his training, some 6th-level extra-dimensional realms have been born. However, the resources there are undoubtedly too core a feat to be able to supply so many strong human beings. As the upper domain has countless resources and a vast territory, he naturally wants to occupy a territory here to accommodate these powerful human beings. For example, some of the human races with cultivation levels above the 5th realm are arranged to come over. Therefore, he needs to occupy a territory. Naturally, he would not seize the territory of those powerful forces, and he had no interest in the territory of more than 3,000 people. Yi Tian kept selecting plots of land, and finally settled on a territory. Territory No. 2300. This place is very good, rich in resources, and it is in a war stage during this period. Many forces are fighting to the death to compete for resources. It's not too much for him to get involved at this time. Blackwater Family, Phoenix Feather League, White Mountain Chamber of Commerce, Nine Leaves Sect. These 4 forces are currently fighting fiercely in the territory of number 2300, and a large number of super-dimensional realms have fallen. The reason why they fought so fiercely was entirely because a special mineral vein was born in this multi-dimensional territory. This mineral vein was of great value, enough to allow them to join forces in the region. And the strength of these four forces is not weak. They all have a strong person in the 8th realm, and there are even more existences in the 7th realm. This day, many 7th realms from these four forces fought together, and finally the 8th realm behind the four forces took action. And as soon as he took action, it shook the entire multi-dimensional territory. The Blackwater realm master of the Blackwater family is the most powerful, so he is a bit arrogant. Everyone, if the three of you withdraw, I can give you some compensation. The Lord of Blackwater realm said. Lord Fengyu said coldly, Master Blackwater, your strength is not much stronger than ours. The three of us joining forces can seriously injure you and even hopefully kill you. No one of the 4 8th realms is convinced by anyone else. But at this moment, a voice sounded. Guys, since you can't decide, why not give that mine to me? Hearing this, the expressions of the 4 8th realm members changed. They instantly understood that there was an outside force involved. Boom, the 4 of them from the 8th realm instantly united to show their strength to the outside world. Wow, Yi Tian walked out of the dimensional void and stared at the 4 8th level figures. Early stage of the 8th realm. The Blackwater realm masters and the others breathed a sigh of relief. They thought it was someone from the 8th realm who was extremely powerful, but unexpectedly, it turned out to be just a newly promoted 8th realm. Among them, those with the lowest cultivation level are all in the middle stage of the 8th realm, and the highest ones are the masters of the Blackwater realm, who are in the late stage of the 8th realm. Isn't it easy to crush an early 8th realm person with their strength? However, they did not take action immediately, for fear that Yi Tian's background was not simple and he would offend a more powerful force. What do you mean, Your Excellency? The Lord of Blackwater asked. It's very simple, I want this mine, and I also have the 800,000 extra dimensional realms here. Yi Tian said in a commanding tone. Arrogant, the 4 8th realms are angry. Yi Tian is too arrogant. There are only more than 3 million super-dimensional realms in the 2,300 territory. Yi Tian wants 800,000 in one go. Isn't this just taking away part of their territory? How can they endure it? Which force do you come from? The Blackwater realm master suppressed his murderous intention and asked. Terran. As soon as Yi Tian finished speaking, these 4 people took action directly. They don't know any human race at all. As long as they are not the powerful forces they know, they are not afraid at all. Boom, 4 8th levels took action. Such a battle was so rare. Those 7th levels started to watch one after another. They all felt that Yi Tian would be crushed by the 4 8th levels. However, the result was beyond their expectations. Yi Tian almost did not use too much strength, and did not even use the 8th realm's most powerful secrets. He only used the Taichu domain body, the phantom domain body, and a part of the dimensional rules realm of the perfect realm. Bang bang bang, the 4 8th level people were directly shot away by Yi Tian, their bodies split apart, and they were almost killed instantly. At this moment, they were terrified. Dimensional domain body. Spare my life. They instantly begged for mercy. A person who has mastered the 8th realm of the dimensional domain body, and the realm is extremely high, has the hope of reaching the 9th realm. These ordinary 8th realms are no match for them. Therefore, they gave in immediately. Chapter 3373 Yi Xingchen's Choice. Right here, divide the 800,000 extra dimensional realm on our human race, and then move all the creatures in the extra dimensional realm away. Yi Tian ordered. Yes, these 8th realm people responded one after another. For them, saving their lives is the most important thing now. They just feel very unlucky. In their opinion, Yi Tian has mastered the dimensional domain body. The inheritance of dimensional domain body is not something that ordinary forces can have. Yi Tian must come from a powerful force, that is, he wants to take a fancy to their place. Subsequently, these forces immediately signed an agreement with Yi Tian, and then issued the order to begin clearing out the designated 800,000 extra-dimensional realms, moving the creatures inside, and giving them all to the human race. This is not something that can be accomplished in a short time. After all, there are many people from other forces and outsiders in the superdimensional world. But, Yi Tian doesn't worry about this matter. These 4 forces should worry about these matters. After a period of time, these 4th realm people took care of everything. After that, Yi Tian let go of the 4 8th realms and the forces behind them, and then began to move the human race's extra-dimensional realms over. In the following days, Yi Tian brought over a large number of human extra-dimensional realms and placed them in each of them. At the same time, it also brought some ordinary extra-dimensional realms. There are 800,000 extra-dimensional realms, which is quite a lot. The human race's extra-dimensional realms are scattered, and each of the extra-dimensional realms can obtain a large amount of territory. In the days to come, the human race will be able to thrive and practice quickly in the upper domain. The cultivation environment here is many times better than that in territory No. 4000. And with Yi Tian sitting here, other forces dare not have any thoughts about the human race. However, except for him, the strength of the rest of the human race is indeed too weak, and they are not qualified to walk in the upper domain at all. Therefore, the human race now needs to hibernate in the upper domain. For this reason, Yi Tian also had to train his relatives and train them to the third level. The 13th dimension, Yuan Shu Si. This place has been transformed by Yi Tian, and a dimensional channel connecting the human race has been opened. Yi Tian took Yi Xingchen to a magnificent palace deep in the Yuan Shu Si, where grey open-air Taoist stones were placed. Yi Xingchen has long understood the dimensional rules under Yi Tian's training. Now that he can understand the grey mist Tiandao stone, he can quickly improve the dimensional rules. This was the first time Yi Xingchen saw the grey mist Tiandao stone. He thought about it here and was immediately shocked. "Father, what kind of treasure is this?" Yi Xingchen was extremely shocked. "This is the grey mist Tiandao stone," Yi Tian introduced. "You can use it to comprehend the rules of dimensions. It will be very easy to comprehend the rules of 19 dimensions. However, there will be a bottleneck in comprehending the rules of dimensions in the 6th realm. If you encounter as for the bottleneck, if you want to continue to break through, unless you create the strongest secret skill in the 6th realm, or some treasures that can break the bottleneck of the rule chain, otherwise there is no way to break the restriction and you can only forcefully attack the 7th realm. Create the most powerful secret skill in the 6 realms." Yi Xingchen also knew that this was extremely difficult, but he also wanted to give it a try. Besides, his father is Yi Tian, and Yi Tian can give him a lot of the most powerful secrets in the 6 realms for him to learn from, as well as many resources and treasures, so he still has hope. Some time later, Yi Xingyu and his wife Xiao Yu also understood the rules of dimensions, and Yi Tian also asked them to come to Yuan Shui to learn about the grey mist Tiandao stone. In the days that followed, Yi Tian is much more low-key and has been staying in the multi-dimensional territory number 2300 in Yuan Shu Si, occasionally exploring the 15th and 16th dimensions. However, many places in the 16th dimension are restricted areas and cannot be approached at all. Once they approach, they will be obliterated. If they approach some multi-dimensional stars, they will even be strangled by the power of the multi-dimensional stars. Therefore, even if he can enter the 16th dimension, he doesn't explore much and cannot gain many benefits. He still likes to explore the void of the 15th dimension, where there are many resources. Time flies. The human race entered the upper domain and developed rapidly. The number of people in the 6th realm increased rapidly, and the population in the upper domain also multiplied rapidly. Certainly, if there were not a large number of 7th realms and the human race could only rely on Yi Tian to guard it, other forces would not look down upon the human race. Perhaps many forces are waiting for Yi Tian to fall, and then the human race will be vulnerable. 0. Please give me flowers. Before you know it, thousands of years have passed. At this time, Yi Tian has already created many 8-level multi-dimensional secrets and 1 8-level supreme secrets, and his soul will has also grown a lot. In addition, he has also improved his supreme dimensional domain body a lot, and his physical strength is much stronger than before. However, his cultivation is still at the early stage of the 8th realm, and it is not easy to improve. Even if he has sufficient resources, it will take a lot of time. This day, Yi Tian finally created the secret art of will in the 16th dimension, and his strength undoubtedly increased dramatically. However, he still has not created the most powerful secret skill in the 8th realm, so he cannot be called invincible in the 8th realm. "Father, I'm stuck," Yi Xingchen came to Yi Tian and said. "How many dimensional rules have you understood?" Yi Tian asked. 17 dimensional rules, Yi Xingchen said truthfully. Yi Tian frowned. This potential is not good. He just understood the rules of 17 dimensions and fell into a bottleneck. He could comprehend the rules of more than 20 dimensions before he fell into the bottleneck of the rule chain. Now I give you 2 choices. One is to attack the 7th realm now. I will give you enough resources to ensure that you will almost 100% break through to the 7th realm. The second option is to create the strongest secret skill of the 6 realms. Then break the bottleneck of your own rule chain, and continue to understand the rules of dimensions until you understand the rules of 36 dimensions. Yi Tian said. Yi Xingchen did not hesitate at all and said, Father, I choose to create my own sixth-realm ultimate skill. He knew very well that if he did not comprehend the most powerful skills of the sixth realm, he would only be reduced to an ordinary seventh realm in the future, and would never have the hope of the ninth realm. Therefore, he must create the strongest secret skill in the six realms. Very good, then go ahead and work hard, I will give you enough help. Yi Tian said. In the days that followed, Yi Xingchen tried to create the most powerful secret skill in the six realms, which was very easy to get injured, but Yi Tian gave him a lot of healing things to help him recover from his injuries. And Yi Tian himself is also trying to understand the rules of the highest dimension. He felt that it would not be long before he could understand the true rules of the highest dimension. Chapter 3374 The Star Aperture is Perfect, the Secret Technique of the Supreme Domain Body. Unknowingly, another 1,000 yuan years have passed. At this time, Yi Tian is at a critical moment. He is about to comprehend the rules of the highest dimension. The 365 dimensions are evolving into the true rules of the highest dimension. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. A terrifying aura spread out from Yi Tian's body. It was a power beyond the rules of dimensions, that is, the rules of the highest dimension. I finally figured it out, Yi Tian said excitedly. After comprehending the rules of the highest dimension, he completed one of the conditions for impacting the ninth realm, and his strength skyrocketed. Whether it is a multi-dimensional secret skill or a supreme secret skill, as long as it is integrated into the rules of the highest dimension, it can explode with extremely terrifying attack power. And after comprehending the rules of the highest dimension, his knowledge seemed to have entered a new level, and even his way of thinking, zero chi-chi, had changed. Therefore, it was much easier for him to create the most powerful secret skill in the 8 realms. Originally, I thought it would take a long time to create the most powerful secret art of the 8 realms, but now it seems that it should be possible to shorten the time by countless years. If not, it won't take too long, and I will be sure to create the most powerful secret art of the 8 realms. Certainly, he also continued to understand the rules of the highest dimension, but just relying on the secret technique of Taichu's descent to observe Taichu's star was not very effective. If we can comprehend Taichu's star at a close distance, then the efficiency of comprehending the rules of the highest dimension will be much higher. Yi Tianxin thought. Unfortunately, he can't do it. Not only can he not do it, even the 9th realm cannot do it. Anyone who dares to get close to the Taichu star will definitely be torn apart by the power of the Taichu star. However, now that he has understood the rules of the highest dimension, he can approach some ordinary multidimensional stars. Of course, a very weak multidimensional star like the Misty Eye star can be approached by the 7th realm. Aha! Yi Tian escaped directly into the 16th dimension, and he was preparing to go to a multidimensional star. The multidimensional star he is going to is called Taiwei star. The reason why he goes to this multidimensional star is entirely because one of the 365 multidimensional stars that his supreme dimensional domain body echoes is Taiwei star. His supreme dimensional domain body needs to absorb the power of these 365 multidimensional stars in order to grow, so he has tried to get close to these multidimensional stars before, so that he can absorb more multidimensional star energy. As a result, these 365 multidimensional stars are very powerful. He could not get close to them before, otherwise he would be sucked in by the multidimensional stars and then torn apart. But now, he is confident that he can approach these interdimensional stars and save his life. And this confidence is the rule of the highest dimension. Soon, Yi Tian came to Taiweisheng. From a distance, he could sense the coercion of Taiweisheng. However, he continued to move forward, using the rules of the highest dimension to protect himself and counter the power of Taiweisheng. Gradually, he approached Taiwei star, where he could directly draw Taiwei star's power from here. Let's start. Yi Tian urged the star orifice corresponding to Taiwei star in the high-dimensional domain to begin to absorb the energy of Taiwei star. Boom! The majestic energy poured into his body and began to grow his supreme dimensional domain. At this time, his efficiency in absorbing Taiwei star's energy was 1,000 or even 10,000 times higher than before. In the following years, Yi Tian practiced here and absorbed the energy of Taiwei star. Although Taiwei star is powerful, this multidimensional star is not special. No one from the 8th or even 9th realm can come here to practice. If it is a multidimensional star like the fog star, there will definitely be people from the 9th realm trying to get close to it. The breath of that multi-dimensional star can temper the soul's will. If its energy is absorbed, the effect of tempering the soul's will be even better. But the energy of Wuming star is enough to instantly kill the soul's will to reach the 8th realm of the 16th dimension. No 8th realm dares to come close, otherwise it will be directly seeking death. Time passes. Yi Tian has been practicing here, and 1,000 yuan years have passed in the blink of an eye, and he has also absorbed a massive amount of Tai Wei star energy. However, the little Tai Wei star energy he absorbed is simply not worth mentioning for the entire Tai Wei star. This day, boom, a special thing suddenly condensed in the star hole corresponding to Tai Wei star. Countless energy was absorbed and gradually turned into a mark. Tai Wei mark. And with the emergence of this too small mark, Yi Tian's supreme dimension domain body suddenly increased sharply, and his body became even more powerful. The star orifice is perfect, the multi-dimensional star mark. Yi Tian finally figured out the way to practice in the highest dimensional domain. It does not directly absorb all the multi-dimensional astral energy, but tempers it star orifice by star orifice. Just now he cultivated the Tai Wei star orifice to the perfect state and condensed it. Too little mark. At this time, he has reached the beginning of cultivating the supreme dimensional domain body. One of the benefits of having the Tai Wei star aperture complete and condensing the Tai Wei mark is that he can communicate more closely with Tai Wei star, and he can even draw Tai Wei star energy to replenish himself during battle. And as he continued to study, he realized a supreme realm body secret technique from the Tai Wei imprint, Tai Wei starlight. Tai Wei starlight can increase one's own speed and weaken part of the attack. The dimensional domain body will come with a domain secret technique. I thought that the supreme dimension domain body did not have the domain secret technique. I didn't expect that the domain secret technique of the supreme dimension domain body can only be obtained by cultivating the star aperture to perfection. One star aperture corresponds to one supreme domain body secret technique. Doesn't this mean that I will have more than 100 supreme or basic secret techniques? Yi Tian said in shock. Suddenly, he thought that one of his 365 star orifices also corresponded to the Taichu star. If he could perfect the Taichu star aperture, wouldn't he be able to obtain the corresponding secret technique of the supreme realm, which might help him understand the rules of the supreme dimension? Woolen cloth. But 1.2 Unfortunately, he can't get close to Taichu star now, otherwise he would have gone to Taichu star long ago. After completing the cultivation of a star aperture, I can not only obtain the secret technique of the supreme domain body but also improve my strength. Next, let's focus on cultivating the starry sky. Whoosh, he left Tai Wei star and went to another multidimensional star. Among the 365 multidimensional stars, there are nearly 100 multidimensional stars that are equivalent to Tai Wei star. He can completely cultivate all of these more than 100 star orifices to perfection. By that time, his strength will inevitably skyrocket, and even if he has not comprehended the 8th realm's strongest secret, he may be able to be close to being invincible in the 8th realm. Soon, Yi Tian came to one of the multi-dimensional stars, the Wild Dragon Star. Then, he began to absorb the energy of the Wild Dragon Star to cultivate his own Wild Dragon Star aperture. Chapter 3375 The Multi-Dimensional Supreme Thing. As time passed, Yi Tian's Wild Dragon Star aperture gradually improved. After 1,000 domain years, the Desolate Dragon Star aperture was completely perfected and the Desolate Dragon mark was condensed. This also made his body stronger, and he also gained the second supreme domain body secret technique, Eye of the Wild Dragon. Once the secret technique of the supreme domain body, Eye of the Wild Dragon, is used, it can immobilize other people's bodies, which will play a key role in battle and can also prevent the enemy from escaping. It can be said that this supreme realm body secret technique is very good. In the days that followed, Yi Tian went to the multi-dimensional stars one after another, absorbing the energy of the multi-dimensional stars to cultivate his own star appearance in the highest dimensional domain. Time flies. More than 30,000 domain years have passed. At this time, Yi Tian has cultivated the 32 6-star apertures to a perfect state, and also obtained the 36 Supreme Realm Body secret techniques, and the Supreme Dimension Realm Body has skyrocketed to an extremely exaggerated level. Nowadays, his strength has far surpassed that of the past. In addition, in terms of the rules of the highest dimension, he has now understood the 3 rules of the highest dimension. This progress is already considered very fast. As for his cultivation, he has just broken through to the mid-8th realm. 05. Moreover, he is about to create his own 8-realm supreme secret art, and his 8-realm supreme secret skill is also related to his own supreme dimensional domain body, based on the power of 365 multi-dimensional stars. A painting explodes with terrifying power. He named this 8-level supreme art Jotian multi-dimensional painting. This 8 realms most powerful secret technique involves the power of suppression, blockade and killing. Once it is hit by Jotian's multi-dimensional painting, it will be immediately pulled in and continuously strangled by the power of more than 300 multi-dimensional stars. It is extremely difficult to escape. After creating this powerful 8th realm secret skill, Yi Tian's strength is almost invincible in the 8th realm. His cultivation level is now a little worse, but it does not affect his combat effectiveness too much. Coupled with his supreme dimensional domain body, he can definitely compete with the weaker 9th realm now. Yi Tian was very excited when he thought of this. With his current strength, he can be considered to have some ability to protect himself. Of course, his current strength is definitely not as good as that of the Purple Yun Realm Master. The Purple Yun Realm Master now has the strength to kill ordinary people in the 9th realm, but he is still far behind. Xuanwu Star. This is a multi-dimensional star in the 17th dimension. This day, the master of Xuanyi realm in the early stage of the 9th realm came here and gradually approached the Xuanwu Star. Xuanwu Star is a very special multi-dimensional star. The breath of Xuanwu Star helps to improve cultivation and temper the body, although the effect is not as good as the fog. Pluto. However, the master of the Xuanyi realm practices a special secret art of the highest dimensional rules. This secret art of the highest dimensional rules mainly enhances defense and requires the energy of the Xuanwu Star to enhance this secret art. Therefore, the master of Xuanyi realm often comes here to practice. Soon, he arrived at Xuanwu Star and practiced in a suitable location. Time passed slowly. This day! Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The Xuanwu Star vibrated, causing the expression of the master of Xuanyi realm to change dramatically. This is the multi-dimensional star Xuanwu Star. Even the existences in the 9th realm dare not get too close to it, let alone enter the interior of Xuanwu Star. Being able to make the Xuanwu Star vibrate is something very extraordinary. The master of Xuanyi realm was so frightened that he backed away some distance, and then stared at Xuanwu Star. Click! A section of vine emerged from Xuanwu Star and spread continuously. This vine is purple-red all over, very huge, and full of ferocious feeling. However, when the master of Xuanyi realm saw this vine, he didn't panic at all. Instead, he was extremely excited. This is actually a multidimensional and supreme thing. He has heard of multidimensional supreme beings, but has never obtained them. He also knows that some multidimensional stars will give birth to multidimensional supreme beings inside, and the chance of this is extremely low. He never expected that this kind of thing would happen to him. A multi-dimensional supreme thing, and such a huge multi-dimensional supreme thing, its value is simply unimaginable. If I obtain it, I can completely rise, and even make the forces behind me rise. The master of Xuanyi realm was very excited and wanted to rush forward to snatch this vine immediately. But he quickly calmed down. No, this is Xuanwu Star. If I get too close, I will be sucked into Xuanwu Star, and I will definitely die by then. The Lord of Xuanyi realm began to think about how to obtain this multi-dimensional supreme object. After much deliberation, there was no way. Even if he can arrange the formation that he wants to grab from this multi-dimensional supreme thing from Xuanwu Star is not something he can arrange. We can only choose to cooperate with other 9th realms, maybe we can obtain this multi-dimensional supreme thing. The Lord of Xuanyi realm thought to himself. So, he left here, left from the 17th dimension, and returned to the upper realm. Upper Domain. Multidimensional Territory No. 60. Peacock Zon Kingdom. The Peacock Zon Kingdom is a huge country composed of 3 million extra-dimensional realms. It was established by the Peacock clan, a family of extra-dimensional life forms. But now, there are many practitioners with peacock blood in Peacock Zon Kingdom, as well as other extra-dimensional creatures with peacock blood. The Lord of Xuanyi came to Peacock Kingdom and visited Peacock Kingdom as ancestor 313, the Lord of Peacock Kingdom in the 9th realm. This Peacock Realm Master is very powerful, much more powerful than Zhanyi Realm Master, but they have a very good relationship, and Zhanyi Realm Master just came to visit Peacock Realm Master. The training place of the Peacock Realm Master. The Master of Xuanyi Realm met the Master of Peacock Realm. I've met the Peacock Realm Master. The Lord of Xuanyi Realm said respectfully. Old friend, what do you want from me and why do you want to visit me personally? The Lord of Peacock Realm said doubtfully. Normally if something happens, just summon him, but today he came in person, it shouldn't be a trivial matter. The Lord of Shweni Realm said, Master of Peacock Realm, I have discovered a multi-dimensional supreme object. Are you interested in joining forces? The multidimensional supreme being, where is it? The Peacock Realm Master was excited. Master of Peacock Realm, although we are friends, if we cooperate, we must look like we are cooperating. Let's make an oath. After we succeed, we will each have half of it, how about it? The Master of Shweni Realm is too weak. He is far from the opponent of the Master of Peacock Realm. If he gets the treasure, there is nothing he can do if the Master of Peacock Realm does not give it to him. Therefore, it is better to score clearly. No problem. The Lord of Peacock Realm immediately made an oath with the Lord of Shweni Realm. After the oath was made, the Lord of Shweni Realm no longer hid, and directly revealed the multi-dimensional supreme thing. Chapter 3376 Gathering in the Ninth Realm. Master of Peacock Realm, that multi-dimensional supreme thing is on Xuanwu Star. The Lord of Shweni Realm revealed. Xuanwu Star, no wonder you can't take it away. The Lord of Peacock Realm smiled and said, let's go there now. Swish, the Master of Shweni Realm and the Master of Peacock Realm immediately escaped into the void of the 17th dimension and headed for Xuanwu Star. In front of Xuanwu Star, the Lord of Peacock Realm stared at the vines and immediately became extremely excited. Ha ha ha, it is indeed a multi-dimensional supreme object. Although I still don't know the specific function of this multi-dimensional supreme object, any multi-dimensional supreme object is extremely precious and is enough to increase my strength. The Peacock Realm Master was excited. Road. Just when he was about to take action, his expression suddenly changed. Ha ha ha, Lord of the Peacock Realm, a multi-dimensional supreme thing, how can you monopolize this kind of treasure? As soon as he finished speaking, a figure appeared. The Lord of Peacock Realm stared at the visitor, frowning slightly. Master of Yindu Realm, why are you here? Ha ha ha, Lord of Peacock Realm, this is all thanks to you. You and I are sworn enemies. I have been keeping an eye on the movements of your Peacock's own kingdom. You said it was a coincidence that the Lord of Shweni Realm came to find you. I sensed it. I took a look out of curiosity and found that you have arrived at Xuanwu Star. I was lucky enough to come across this multi-dimensional supreme thing. The Master of Yindu Realm said. The Peacock Realm Master knew that he could not defeat the Yindu Realm Master with his own strength. This guy's attack was not very powerful, but his life-saving ability was too terrible, and his defense was too abnormal. Master of Yindu Realm, I don't want to fight with you today, but you discovered it. Then we can give you a part of the multi-dimensional supreme thing, how about it? The Lord of Peacock Territory does not want to expose this place by fighting with the Lord of Yindu Territory. After all, the battle in the Ninth Realm is too noisy, and it will definitely be sensed by other Ninth Realms, and then the place will be exposed. If a large number of Ninth Realm people are involved, he may not have the chance to obtain the multi-dimensional supreme object. Therefore, we can only share this multi-dimensional supreme thing with the Lord of Yindu. Okay, the Master of Yindu Realm smiled. Let's work together to pull out this multi-dimensional supreme thing. The Lord of Peacock Realm suggested. Then let's do it, said the Yindu Realm Master. Boom, the two Ninth Realm take action. Their strength is much stronger than that of the Shweni Realm Master, and they can get closer to Xuanwu Star. They kept approaching Xuanwu Star, and the power of the rules of the highest dimension protected them, and soon they were very close to Xuanwu Star. Catch this vine together, the Lord of Peacock Realm said. Lord Zhou responded. Just when the Peacock Realm Master restrained the vine and mobilized all his strength to try to drag it away, the Yindu Realm Master did not deal with the vine, but struck the Peacock Realm Master with all his strength. Master Yindu, what are you doing? The Peacock Realm Master was shocked. He never expected that Yindu would suddenly attack him under such circumstances, and he had no defense at all. Boom, the Peacock Realm Master was hit and his body flew into the Xuanwu Star. If he really entered the Xuanwu Star, even with the strength of the Peacock Realm Master, he would be torn into pieces and completely fall here. Ha ha ha, Lord of the Peacock Realm, I actually want to kill you the most. If you die, I can monopolize this multi-dimensional supreme thing. The Lord of Yindu said. However, the Peacock Realm Master did not despair. Just when he completely fell into the Xuanwu Star, his body suddenly froze, and then the dimension he was in began to distort. The next moment, he appeared in a relatively safe area from Xuanwu Star. Master of the Peacock Realm, I underestimated you. I didn't expect you to have such a treasure and be able to rush out of Xuanwu Star. the Lord of Yindu said in surprise. At this moment, the Peacock Realm Master was so angry that he almost died. This time, he lost a life-saving object and was physically injured. Master of Yindu Realm, you are looking for death. The Peacock Territory Lord and the Silver Capital Territory Lord started fighting, and they completely ignored this multi-dimensional supreme thing. The Master of Shweni Realm in the distance was very regretful. He knew that once these two ninth realms fought, this place would be exposed. If he had known earlier, he wouldn't have asked the Peacock Realm Master. Maybe he would have found another ninth realm master for help, which might not have caused other troubles. By then, he may be able to obtain half of the multi-dimensional supreme things. But now, everything is over. Boom! The masters of the Peacock Realm and the masters of the Yindu Realm fought wildly, and the multi-dimensional secret arts of various 9 realms collided, and the secret skills of various souls and wills clashed, causing this area to continue to collapse. Soon, there is a 9th realm soul who comes across dimensions to spy on the situation here. *W multi-dimensional supreme thing. The 9th realm man was excited and rushed over immediately. As time goes by, more and more people from the 9th realm are coming, but they don't dare to snatch the multi-dimensional supreme object. It is because their strength is limited and they are not sure to take away this multi-dimensional supreme object. 10 Pylorus Headquarters. The Lord of Gaiyu Realm learned about the situation of the Xuanwu star in the 13th dimension and immediately traveled to the Xuanwu star in the 17th dimension. The supreme multi-dimensional thing, what a good thing. The Lord of Gaiyu Realm is very interested in this multi-dimensional supreme object, but he has seen many 9th realm people, especially the 9th realm lords like Peacock Realm, whose strength is not weaker than him. If he wants to take away this multi-dimensional supreme object from so many 9th realm people, it will definitely not be easy. As time flows, the situation here gradually leaked out. In addition, the battle in the 9th realm spread too widely, so Yi Tian naturally noticed the fluctuations and was curious about what was going on there, so he immediately went over to take a look. Nuo Jiaohao. As a being in the 8th realm, although Yi Tian has not raised his soul will to the 17th dimension, he can still enter the 17th dimension. As long as there are too many multi-dimensional stars from the 16th dimension to the 18th dimension, the power of the multi-dimensional stars interact with each other, making the dimensional barriers between these dimensions very weak, so as long as you can enter the 16th dimension, you can enter 17th dimensional expansion. Wow! Yi Tian entered the 17th dimension and soon came to Xuanwu star. When he entered here, he was really overwhelmed by the 9th realm here. So many 9th realms. Yi Tian was shocked. He also noticed that some 9th realm eyes were looking at him, but these 9th realm people discovered that he was only at the middle level of the 8th realm, so they ignored him. After all, when you come here in the 8th realm, you can't even think about participating in the battle, otherwise you will be seeking death, so there is no need to care. Chapter 3377 The Mysterious Lord of Virtual Fairy Realm. So many 9th realms, and there are still 9th realms fighting against each other. Yi Tian's station is far away from Xuanwu star, but he can still sense some of Xuanwu star's situation. Soon, his eyes focused on the vines on Xuanwu star. Multi-dimensional supreme being, Yi Tiandu took a breath. Only then did he understand why these 9th realms gathered here. It turned out that they had discovered a multi-dimensional supreme thing. However, except for the Peacock Realm Master and the Yindu Realm Master who were fighting, the other 9th realm did not take action. They were also worried about being besieged when approaching Xuanwu star to obtain the multi-dimensional supreme object. In that case, it would be easy to fall into Xuanwu star. If there is no means if you leave Xuanwu star, you will definitely die. A being like the Lord of Peacock Realm almost died, how dare the other 9th realms dare? Soon, a 9th realm persuaded the Peacock Realm Master and the others to stop fighting and discuss how to distribute the multi-dimensional supreme things. Whatever the distribution, this multi-dimensional supreme thing is mine. The Peacock Realm Lord roared. He was very angry. If he hadn't been the master of Yindu Realm, he would have taken away the multi-dimensional supreme object and left. As a result, 117 has attracted so many 9th realms. However, the most troubled master of Shweni Realm stood there without daring to say a word. He was the first to discover the multi-dimensional supreme thing in the 9th realm. Master of Peacock Realm, you are not qualified to occupy this multi-dimensional supreme object. Master of Gaiyu Realm stood up and said coldly. The Peacock Realm Master stared at the Gaiyu Realm Master warily, snorted coldly, but said nothing. At this time, there are already many 9th realms and a few 8th realms here. If the delay continues, I'm afraid there will be more 9th realms coming. Therefore, at present, it is best to take out the multidimensional supreme things first and then distribute them. Otherwise, as more and more people come, they will be allocated fewer multidimensional supreme things. Master of the Peacock Realm, it is impossible for so many of the ninth realm present to give up this multidimensional supreme object. We still cooperate with each other to take out this multidimensional supreme object, and then distribute it according to strength. Another one, no less than the master of the ninth realm of Gayu Realm said. The Lord of Peacock Realm said, this place was discovered by the Lord of Shweni Realm. He must get the same share as me. He had no choice but to make an oath with the Lord of Zanyi Realm, to split them half and half. If he were to distribute some multidimensional supreme objects later, he couldn't give his half to the Lord of Zanyi Realm, right? Therefore, another share must be given and his share cannot be touched. It turns out that the Lord of Shweni Realm discovered that it could indeed give the Lord of Shweni Realm the same share. Regarding this, Gayu Realm Master and several other top 9th Realm Masters had no objections. Just when they were planning to take out the multidimensional supreme thing, a voice came. Everyone, we are going to build this multidimensional supreme thing, the Heavenly Palace. As soon as he finished speaking, a woman walked over. She looked ordinary. However, when everyone in the 9th realm saw this woman, their expressions changed drastically, and they all bent down and said respectfully, I have met the master of the Void Immortal Realm. Even the top 9th realm masters such as Peacock Realm Master and Gayu Realm Master had to bow their heads, which shows how powerful this woman is. Certainly, those in the 8th realm and some weak 9th realms had little knowledge and did not know the virtual fairy at all, but they did not dare to look directly at the master of the virtual fairy and also bowed their heads. Wow, the master of the Void Fairy Realm crossed these 9th realms in one step and came to the Xuanwu Star. She seemed to ignore the powerful power of the Xuanwu Star and walked directly in. When she came to the Xuanwu Star, she pulled out the multidimensional supreme thing with one hand. Seeing this scene, Yi Tian was really shocked. Obviously, the strength of this virtual fairy realm master is extremely terrifying, far beyond the ordinary 9th realm. Perhaps it is the kind of almost invincible existence in the 9th realm. Then, the Lord of the Void Fairy Realm dragged the multidimensional supreme thing out of the Xuanwu Star, and then directly separated 1/10 of the multidimensional supreme thing. Just when everyone was expecting Alpha, Fairy Shushan smiled slightly, and then directly shattered 1/10 of the multidimensional supreme thing, breaking it into countless pieces. Then, she waved her hand, and the countless fragments scattered everywhere, and some even fell into the 16th dimension. These fragments are for you. After saying that, the master of the Void Immortal Realm left, and no one in the 9th realm dared to express dissatisfaction. After the master of the Void Fairy Realm left, they began to rob. Swish swish swish, these 9th realms rushed towards the fragments one after another, and some 9th realms entered the 16th dimension. Yi Tian left the 17th dimension and entered the 16th dimension without saying a word. Perhaps in the 16th dimension he hopes to obtain a fragment of the multidimensional highest dimension. The 16th dimension, Yi Tian is looking for fragments of the multidimensional supreme thing. Not long after, he found a fragment, but there was also an 8th level person coming over. This 8th level cultivator is at the pinnacle of the 8th level, and has created his own supreme skill. He thinks he is very powerful, and he takes Yi Tian seriously. Get away, this 8th level man hit Yi Tian with a casual blow. However, Yi Tian crushed the opponent's attack with one hand, and then activated the Supreme Dimension Domain body. With just one punch, he directly smashed the opponent's body to pieces, killing the opponent instantly. Too weak, Yi Tian murmured. In this 8th realm, he has not even understood the rules of the highest dimension, and his body is extremely fragile. Naturally, he is far from his opponent, and he is too lazy to use the most powerful skills of the 8th realm. Wow, this fragment was obtained by Yi Tian. Immediately afterwards, another copy of Yi Tian's body came over and took away this fragment. He did not want to be killed by a top 9th level person here, causing such a fragment of a multidimensional car-high object to be taken away. Subsequently, he continued to look for that fragment. After a while, he found another fragment. When Yi Tian found the third fragment, he met a strong man in the early stage of the 9th realm. Seeing that the opponent's strength was not very strong, Yi Tian directly used the strongest secret skill of the 8th realm. And the 9th realm is the master of Taki's realm. You dare to take action against me in the 8th realm? Lord Takizawa was a little surprised. But after Yi Tian's 8th realm supreme skill Zhou Tian multidimensional painting was displayed, he suddenly turned aside. In an instant, the scene around him changed, and he was included in Zhou Tianduowei Kingdom. Immediately, projections of multi-dimensional stars appeared in the void, and the power of 365 multi-dimensional stars came strangled. Rumble. Lord Takizawa fought with the power of these multi-dimensional stars. After a fight, he forcibly tore Zhou Tian's multi-dimensional drawings apart, but he showed a little injury. He was about to teach Yi Tian a lesson, but found that it was gone, and the fragment of the multi-dimensional supreme thing was gone too. Chapter 3378 Trading with the Ninth Realm. The leader of Taki's realm did not dare to trouble Yi Tian. After all, his strength was almost the same as that of Yi Tian, and as a person in the Eighth Realm who had understood the most powerful secrets of the Eight Realms and the rules of the highest dimension, becoming the Ninth Realm in the future was not very difficult. Once a monster like Yi Tian breaks through to the 9th level, he will no longer be an opponent. Therefore, he can only suffer this loss. Whoosh. Lord Takizawa continued to search for other fragments of multi-dimensional supreme objects. Time passed slowly, and those fragments of multi-dimensional supreme things were gradually found and taken away by the 9th realm. Yi Tian was not greedy and left here directly. If those top 9th realms massacre the weaker 9th realms and 8th realms for these fragments of multi-dimensional supreme things, he can't stop them. He doesn't care about copying the body, but he cares about the human race. Once the top 9th realm invades the human race, he will not be able to protect the human race. Therefore, you must retreat when it is time to retreat. 6 fragments, although they are few, I am satisfied. Yi Tian murmured. After all, he is only in the 8th realm. It is good to get 6 fragments. Like the master of Gaiyu realm, they should have obtained a lot of fragments. Subsequently, he began to study the usefulness of this multi-dimensional supreme object. After constant research and little analysis, he finally understood the purpose of this multi-dimensional supreme thing. First of all, it has the effect of improving cultivation, but this is just a side effect. The real function of this multi-dimensional supreme object is to integrate into the body, making the body extremely tough and able to withstand the tearing force of multi-dimensional stars. Even if it is consumed, it will improve the country to a certain extent. In terms of multi-dimensional supreme things, its value is not high, but it is extremely valuable to me. Yi Tian said excitedly. With such a multi-dimensional supreme thing, he can enter the Taichu star without being torn apart by the Taichu star. Then he can absorb the energy of the Taichu star to cultivate the Taichu star aperture. You can also enter Taichu star and understand the rules of the highest dimension. But this fragment of the multi-dimensional supreme thing cannot allow him to stay inside the Taichu star for a long time. Moreover, it is easy to enter Taichu star, but difficult to come out. If you cannot come out, once the fragments of this multi-dimensional supreme thing are exhausted, you will definitely die. Therefore, even if they know this ability, those in the 9th realm do not dare to use these fragments to break into Taichu star. It is still courting death, but they can stay in Taichu star for a few more years. However, the tearing force of some multi-dimensional stars is not too strong and they can escape. In this case, these fragments of multi-dimensional supreme objects can help them survive there and help collect some resources. But it is not worthwhile to use such fragments of multi-dimensional supreme things to collect resources. It would be great if we could acquire more fragments of these multi-dimensional supreme objects. Yi Tian murmured. Soon, the effect of this multi-dimensional supreme thing came out, and many people in the 9th realm were very disappointed. After all, this multi-dimensional supreme thing could not significantly improve their strength, and it was the kind of multi-dimensional supreme thing with the lowest value. Therefore, some people in the 9th realm want to sell fragments of this multi-dimensional supreme thing. But Yi Tian's cultivation level is too low. He is only in the 8th level. He is looking for someone in the 9th level. How can they trade with him? Maybe they will attack and kill him if they trade with the front foot and the back foot. Maybe it will offend a lot of people in the 9th realm and bring trouble to the human race. However, you still have to trade, but you can't trade with your own identity. You have to trade with other 8th level identities. In this way, even if you are exposed afterwards, you can get away. However, if you want to trade fragments of multi-dimensional supreme objects, ordinary treasures are not enough. They must be very precious treasures to be able to impress the 9th realm. So in the following years, he walked through the 16th, 17th, and 18th dimensions many times, collecting various resources. Some resources are also of some use to the 9th realm. If the quantity is large enough, they can still attract the 9th realm. Certainly, In order to obtain this massive resource, Yi Tian also sacrificed some cloned bodies. This day, Yi Tian, AA is a very lonely 8th level person, came to a 9th level person to make a deal. This 9th realm is called the Master of Xuanfeng Realm. In a large hall, Yi Tian visited this 9th leveler. This 9th leveler originally wanted to trade with a 9th leveler, but other 9th levelers were unwilling to get his fragments of multi-dimensional supreme objects, so he was downgraded to the 8th level. The premise of the transaction is that the 8th realm can bring enough value. 0A please give me flowers. And Yi Tian used a lot of resources, which really shocked the Xuanfeng realm master. He never expected that a superdimensional realm in the middle of the 8th realm would have so many resources, which was simply beyond his expectation. Master of Xuanfeng realm, can you trade those fragments of the multi-dimensional supreme thing? Yi Tian asked. No problem, I'm willing to trade, said the Master of Xuanfeng realm. Subsequently, Yi Tian made a deal with the Master of Xuanfeng realm. Xuanfeng realm master will definitely not kill him here. After all, the outside world knows that he came to visit Xuanfeng realm master and conduct transactions. If he kills him directly, Xuanfeng realm master's reputation will be ruined. So, the Master of Xuanfeng realm honestly completed the deal with him. 0. Yi Tian obtained 7 fragments of multi-dimensional supreme objects from the Master of Xuanfeng realm, and then left. Just after leaving the place of the Master of Xuanfeng realm, another copy of Yi Tian's body arrived, crossed with this copy, transferred the 7 fragments of the multi-dimensional supreme object, and then used the Fog Eye Soul technique to cover the perception and calculate and leave quickly. Soon after, a big hand grabbed Yi Tian's duplicate body from the depths of the dimensional void, trying to snatch Yi Tian's 7 fragments of the highest multi-dimensional object. Yi Tian smiled slightly, and his body exploded, leaving behind a sentence, Master of Xuanfeng realm, I will remember you. Wow, the Master of Xuanfeng realm appeared and looked very ugly when he saw Yi Tian who had dissipated. Just commit suicide, this is wrong, could it be that this is a clone? Immediately, he went to investigate Yi Tian's identity and then caught him personally. As a result, it was the other party. After that, no matter how he deduced, he could not deduce who was behind the scenes. But the Master of Xuanfeng realm knew very well that he had offended a strong man unintentionally. This was not a good thing. The key was that he was doing it openly and the other side was doing it secretly. Damn it, if I had known that the other party was so mysterious, I shouldn't have taken action. The Master of Xuanfeng realm was filled with regret. The years that followed, Yi Tian made transactions with 6 9th realms, 3 of them attacked him, and 3 of them did not attack him. That's almost enough. Let's go to Taichu Star to practice Taichu Star Aperture and see if we can complete the cultivation of Taichu Star Aperture. Yi Tian decided to do 3 things. Chapter 3379 Taichu Astrology. The 16th Dimension, Taichu Star. This is the deepest part of the 16th dimension, and the Taichu Star is far larger than the Xuanwu Star. It can be said that Taichu Star is the almost largest multi-dimensional star in the 16th dimension, and it is also the most valuable multi-dimensional star. Before Yi Tian got close to Taichu Star, he already felt his body being torn apart by a force. Even the rules of the highest dimension he understood were very weak under this force. I have to swallow the fragment of that multi-dimensional supreme thing. Yi Tian crushed and swallowed the fragments of the multi-dimensional supreme object. The energy of the multi-dimensional supreme object poured into his body, and his body became 100 times stronger in a short period of time. However, his reaction also slowed down a lot, and his body became slightly stiff. Whoosh! Yi Tian continued to move forward and soon entered the range of Taichu Star, but he did not feel uncomfortable. If he hadn't used the multi-dimensional supreme object, his body would have been torn apart. After a while, Yi Tian was very close to Taichu Star, and his body was no longer shuttled by himself, but was forcibly pulled by Taichu Star. At this moment, Yi Tian no longer resists Taichu Star, but devotes himself to cultivating Taichu Star Aperture. Boom! A large amount of Taichu Star energy poured into his Taichu Star Aperture, making his Taichu Star sky become more and more heavenly. Soon, Yi Tian fell into Taichu Star. At this time, he couldn't even move. Now, he can only do 2 things, one is to practice the Taichu Star Aperture, and the other is to understand the Taichu Star and understand the rules of the highest dimension. Yi Tian tried to understand Taichu Star, and the effect was great. Then, while absorbing the energy of the Taichu Star and cultivating the Taichu Star Aperture, he understood the Taichu Star. Of course, it is also possible for him to use his external replica body to comprehend Taichu star through this replica body. Time passed slowly, and a period of time passed. When the energy of the multi-dimensional supreme thing in his body was about to be exhausted, with a thought, the fragments of the multi-dimensional supreme thing in the dimensional void in his body immediately shattered and merged into his body, making his body tough again and continuing to compete with the Taichu star. The tearing power. In this way, Yi Tian has been practicing here relying on these fragments of multi-dimensional supreme things. 1,000 domain years later, the fragments of the multi-dimensional supreme object on Yi Tian's body have been exhausted. This is because he traded some fragments of the multi-dimensional supreme object in the middle, otherwise it would not be enough. Click, his body began to fragment. This was because the energy of the multi-dimensional treasure had been exhausted. His body had become ordinary and could only be torn apart. However, Yi Tian was very happy, because he had perfected the practice of Taichu star aperture. And with the help of these 1,000 domain years, he has comprehended the Taichu star and has mastered the rules of the 9th highest dimension. It would be impossible for other people from the 9th realm to comprehend so many rules of the highest dimension, but he has been using the multi-dimensional wisdom light and the Xuanline mirror to deduce, analyze and understand, and this is how he has been able to progress so quickly. Certainly, in the 9th realm, the rules of the 9th highest dimension are naturally nothing. But Yi Tian's real confidence lies in the secret technique of the supreme realm that he obtained after the completion of Taichu star. Taichu Xingxiang, the supreme body secret technique, cannot directly improve his strength, but it gives Yi Tian the effect of being in Taichu star. Similarly, once it is displayed, other strong men will seem to have entered a miniature Taichu star, but other strong men will withstand the suppression of Taichu star, but he will not. In other words, during the battle, displaying Taichu's astrology is equivalent to creating a fighting environment that is beneficial to oneself. The greatest role of Taichu's astrology is to understand the rules of the highest dimension. Yi Tian murmured, he can even display it and let his relatives understand it. It can be said that the value of this supreme domain body secret technique is too great, far from being comparable to other supreme domain body secret techniques. With the Taichu star, he no longer needs to use the Taichu star to understand the rules of the highest dimension. Of course, the effect of Taichu astrology is definitely not as good as the effect of direct enlightenment on Taichu star, but it is not much different. In the days that followed, Yi Tian used the Taichu astrology to understand, and with the help of multi-dimensional wisdom light and Xuanline mirror, he continued to understand the rules of the highest dimension. At the same time, he is also trying to create a second 8 realms of powerful secrets. Unknowingly, tens of thousands of years have passed. This day, Yi Tian finally created the second most powerful secret skill of the 8 realms, a 7-star sword blade. The 7-star sword uses 7 multi-dimensional stars with compatible attributes as reference objects, condenses the power of the 7 multi-dimensional stars, turns them into one, and then explodes. Although the 7-star sword only involves the power of 7 multi-dimensional stars, it is far inferior to the 365 multi-dimensional stars involved in Zhou Tian's multi-dimensional painting. However, the 7-star sword has brought the power of the 7 multi-dimensional stars to its extreme, and its attack power still surpasses Zhou Tian's multi-dimensional paintings. But, he can use the Zhou Tian multi-dimensional painting to trap the enemy, and then secretly use the 7-star sword. These two methods can complement each other and cause more terrifying attacks and kills on the enemy. In these tens of thousands of years, he has cultivated dozens of star orifices to perfection. Now, he already has more than 100 perfect star orifices, and his physical fitness has reached an extremely terrifying level. As for his cultivation, he is still in the middle of the 8th realm, but he is very close to the late 8th realm. The rules of the highest dimension have now been comprehended to the 17th level. It will become increasingly difficult to improve in the future. Maybe it will be easier to comprehend the rules of the highest dimension after I break through to the 9th level. Yi Tiandao. However, even if his cultivation has reached the 8th level limit, he is not ready to rush to the 9th realm immediately. If he wants to understand the rules of the highest dimension to an extremely high level, he may be able to directly break through to the 9th realm. Or perhaps all the star apertures 1.5 can be cultivated to a perfect state, and there may be new changes. With his strength elevated to his current level, he is ready to go to a multi-dimensional planet that he did not dare to go to in the past, the Fog Star. This multi-dimensional star is also very special. The soul will reach as the 8th level of the 16th dimension. Once it gets close, it will be killed instantly. However, if Yi Tian uses the rules of the highest dimension and the domain body of the highest dimension, he may be able to weaken part of the power of Wuming Star, so that he will not be killed instantly. Soon, Yi Tian came to Wuming Star, which is a multi-dimensional star completely condensed by special fog. As soon as he approached, a terrible force penetrated into his body, trying to obliterate his soul and will. Yi Tian immediately activated the rules of the highest dimension and the domain body of the highest dimension to protect his soul and will. Chapter 3380 The Last 5-Star Orifices. Yi Tian's soul and will were slightly damaged, but at least he was able to hold on. Absorb the energy of Mist Star here, Yi Tian decided. In the following days, he absorbed the energy of Wuming Star here and practiced Wuming Star aperture. Time flies. Yi Tian's Mist Star aperture is getting stronger and stronger. After 1,000 domain yuan years have passed. Boom! Yi Tian's Wuming Star aperture finally completed its cultivation, giving birth to the Wuming Mark, and gave birth to a Supreme Realm Body Secret Technique. This Supreme Realm Body Secret Technique is called the Light of Mist. It can attack the enemy's soul will, and it can also temper one's own soul will. The effect is very powerful. And during this period of time, he absorbed a large amount of energy from the fog star, and his soul will also reach the limit of the 16th dimension. After reaching the limit of will in the 16th dimension, the soul's will has fallen into a bottleneck, and it is almost impossible to use any resources to break through. The original master of Xian realm was able to break the shackles and elevate the soul will to the 17th dimension with the help of a domain body secret technique. Perhaps my light of fog and darkness can also help my soul will break the limit and elevate it to the 10th dimension. 7th dimension. A. Subsequently, he tried to cultivate the light of fog and darkness in this way. Under the influence of the light of fog and darkness, his soul will was indeed slowly improving. Although the improvement was almost invisible, as long as he continued to improve like this, he would definitely be able to break the boundaries and transform his soul will. Ascension to the 17th dimension. In the days that followed, Yi Tian went to other multi-dimensional stars to absorb the energy of multi-dimensional stars to practice Stardew one by one. Time flies. Yi Tian cultivated one star orifice after another to the perfect state, and his body became stronger and stronger. 150 perfect star orifices. 160 perfect star orifices. 170 perfect star orifices. As time went by, Yi Tian also created the third 8 realms of the most powerful skills, the 10-star suit, which used the power of 10 multidimensional stars to condense into a suit to protect himself, allowing the self-crystal defense to reach an extreme level. The level of horror. And his rules of the highest dimension have now skyrocketed, reaching the 26th level. At this time, he sensed the bottleneck of the rules of the highest dimension and could not continue to comprehend them. However, he sensed the existence of the chain of rules of the highest dimension. As long as he cut off the chain of rules of the highest dimension, he could continue to comprehend. Immediately, Yi Tian used the 7-star blade of the 8th realm to the ultimate skill to attack the chain of rules of the highest dimension. Click. The chain of rules of the highest dimension was slightly cracked by the blow, but it healed quickly. He kept attacking, and the chains of the rules of the highest dimension kept healing. Judging from this situation, it would be difficult for him to break the chain of the rules of the highest dimension. It's still a little bit worse. Yi Tian frowned slightly. Perhaps when his soul will breaks through to the 17th dimension, he can hope to break the chain of rules of the highest dimension. So in the following years, his sword spent most of his time cultivating the light of fog and darkness, constantly tempering his soul and will. In this way, another long period of time passed. Finally this day. Boom! Yi Tian's soul and will finally made a breakthrough, breaking through from the 16th dimension to the 17th dimension. After the transformation of the soul and will, Yi Tian once again used the 7-star sword to attack the high-dimensional rule chain. This time the effect was different. Click. The chain of rules of the highest dimension was cracked, and the crack was so big that there was no time to heal. Yi Tian continued to attack, and the attacks landed on the mysterious chains of the highest dimension rules. I don't know how much time passed, but the chain of the rules of the highest dimension was finally cut open by Yi Tian. As the rules of the highest dimension are shattered, Yi Tian can continue to understand the chain of the rules of the highest dimension. The years that followed, Yi Tian continued to understand the rules of the highest dimensions with the help of Taichu astrology and continued to make progress. After a period of time, Yi Tian comprehended the 27th highest dimension rule, and then the 28th highest dimension rule. This day, Yi Tian's cultivation finally broke through again and reached the late 8th realm. And as his strength continues to improve, There are very few multidimensional stars that he can't enter. He continues to absorb the energy of multidimensional stars one after another, and each star aperture is perfected. He has acquired more and more secret techniques of the highest dimensional domain body, and his strength has increased more and more terrifyingly. In the blink of an eye, 300,000 domain yuan years have passed. 360 star orifices have been completed, and only the last 5 star orifices are left. The rules of the highest dimension have also been understood to the 36th level, reaching the true limit. If my cultivation cannot break through to the 9th level, it is impossible for me to continue to understand the rules of the 17th level of the highest dimension. In terms of cultivation, he also improved again and reached the peak of the 8th realm. At this moment, Yi Tian clearly felt that if he cultivated all 365 star orifices to perfection, he would undergo an astonishing transformation. And after comprehending the 36th level of the highest dimensional rules, he has already reached the bottleneck of the 9th realm. If he attacks with all his strength, he can break it directly without resorting to the energy of multidimensional stars. But he did not attack the 9th realm. He was completely waiting for the completion of the 365 star apertures. The last 5 interdimensional stars are all in the 18th dimension. Eternal star, darkest star, eternal star, abyss star, space star. The power of these 5 multidimensional stars is no less than Taichu star 080, or even more powerful. Even if he can't get close now, he must still use the fragments of multidimensional supreme objects to practice in these 5 multidimensional stars. And this requires many fragments of the multidimensional supreme being. We have to find that person in the 9th realm. Yi Tian murmured. Upper domain, territory no. 19. Ice Leaf Ancient Abyss. Yi Tian came here to visit the owner of Bingye Ancient Abyss, Bingye Realm Master. This person is also in the 9th realm, and in the last fight for the fragments of the multidimensional supreme object, he snatched countless pieces. Fragments of the highest dimension. If she is willing to hand over all the fragments of the multidimensional supreme thing to him, he will be sure to complete the cultivation of all the last 5 star orifices. As for whether the Ice Leaf Realm Lord is willing, he also has an idea. The Lord of the human race Yi Tian realm has come to visit Bingye Ancient Yuan. Yi Tian said respectfully. However, there was no response. Yi Tian also knew that the Bingye Realm Lord was very aloof, so he stepped into the Bingye Ancient Abyss. Court death. The voice of the Ice Leaf Realm Lord came, and he shot across the void of the dimension with one finger. However, Yi Tian directly used the 7-star sword, which collided with the Ice Leaf Realm Lord's attack. Boom! Yi Tian retreated a distance, but there was no injury.